And we are live. Hello, everybody. We are back with the Expendable crew, or at least those of us who could make it. Carrie and Pete weren't able to make it because of scheduling errors on my part. They'll join us again next week when we at least try to get back to the every 2 weeks. But I needed the game today because it's just been one of those weekends. So, we just got done with a quick recap, but the short version is that everybody is at home, resting up from bad food poisoning or just everything else they've been doing. So, where should we jump to first? The folks at Goldleaf Manor.
That's fine.
That's good.
Okay, so take it away.
Green dragon steak sucks now. Where is everybody?
Probably in my room.
Michael just walks through the house like with a blanket over his shoulders, yelling out for people. Jeslyn, Trilak, Viserius, anybody?
I will come and open my door and just stick my head out. What?
I thought everybody was gone. The green dragon steak, never eat it.
What was your first clue?
Actually, I thought it was good going down. When it came back up the third time, that's when I realized this is not a good thing to eat. But what have I missed?
What? I don't know. I haven't been here till last night. I thought Frick was working on something for you.
Oh, he was. I think somewhere after the ginger explosion and the goodberry root beer, I just had too much sugar and passed out.
Yeah, feeling any better? It's been days.
No, I'm feeling slightly better. It's working. It's definitely working. But I'm probably going to be diabetic now.
Come here.
Gives her a hug.
She's very tense. But I'll tensely hug him back and then put my hands on him and cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Right. And that will be sufficient to clear up the last of your symptoms.
Yay! Thank you.
Better?
Yeah. So what's on the agenda for tonight?
I don't know.
Did the orphans ever show up?
Not since I've been here. I don't think so. I don't think
Viserius did send a letter off to his father, but because he's off in his study right now, with a note basically saying, not to disturb him.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to disturb Viserius. He's doing Viserius stuff, I guess. And I guess Rihanna's off doing Rihanna stuff, which who knows what that means. So I think it's just me and you. I think Trilak's at the temple.
Shall we go get Trilak?
Yeah, I need to talk to him anyway.
Alright, just give me a moment to get dressed and stuff my loot into my bag, and I'll be right there with you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go knock on Trilak's door just in case, make sure he's not there.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I knock on his door. Trilak? Okay, then I'll go to my room and get ready.
Okay. I was just reading the message from Trilak. Okay. So while you guys are getting ready, we're going to jump over to Trevor at the guard station. Trevor, there's been a few things that have happened over the past couple days, even though they don't directly relate to you. It's more of what's been happening in the town. A few days ago, a patrol that was outside of town got into a fight with some particularly vicious creature. One of the guardsmen was badly injured, and you just heard reports, that he was recovering. And the Keepers of the Dead, apparently, when it was discovered the monster was undead in nature, they reported it to the Keepers, who have been on the lookout for it. Like I said, the guardsman, no one you particularly know. I believe his name was Spencer. Yeah, Spencer Wells. It's someone that you know more in passing than he's younger than you, a lower rank than you. There have been the usual, especially in the lower skin area. There's the usual reports of missing people, which is always sort of a hard thing to keep track of in a town like this, because people along the docks might just hop on a boat and go away. The Baron Belvin is still
My buddy.
yeah, he's still missing in that as reported earlier, his bodyguard said that he just vanished one night, but he didn't. That more or less voided out his contract, because he was only contracted to protect him while within the town. That's his job. He guides people around the town. There are wanted posters and notices at every major exit to the town and along the docks. But if he used magic to get away, then no one's really going to be able to track him down. But there are increased guards out looking for him particularly. I would say the one thing that probably interested you the most was a murder that happened on the docks of North Galt. You have access to those notes in the handout already.
Yep.
And we sort of talked about that in private, so you have all that information already.
Okay.
So you have your options with that. And I believe Trilak said that he was getting back to Goldleaf Manor about now.
Yep.
Okay.
I will knock on the front door. Just
I'm upstairs in my room getting ready. So I don't know if the servants should open the door or not.
Do I hear it?
I'm going to say it's a big house, so I'm going to go with probably not. But he has the passwords to come in, so, unless somebody just wants to go running through the house, but it's a big place.
Yeah, I don't assume I hear it because I'm getting ready, so.
Yeah. So if anybody was upstairs, they didn't hear it.
I'll wait a few moments, and if there's no response, I say the password and let myself in.
Okay.
I walk through. See, little ones, it is a lot larger than the temple. But remember, you're going to be stuck in my room for a while until you get bigger. Hey, Buttercup, leave your brother alone. Okay? Stop beating him up. Leave him. And I head upstairs. And I go to my room.
Okay.
Like, just soon as his door closes, my door opens, and I go out to meet Michael so we can go look for Trilak.
Okay. So you two are headed to the Temple District.
I already knocked on his door and he wasn't in his room,
Yeah,
so.
that's fine. And I sort of adjusted the map for scale. So, yeah, the Temple District's about 5 miles away. It's going to take you guys a little while to get there. So,
Oh, huh. Let's see.
if you guys
We're
want
on the main map. We're not in the city map right now.
I always forget that. I'm doing things wrong here. Okay, there's the city
Thank you.
map.
There we go.
But
Okay,
yeah.
well, now what?
I adjusted the scale, so it now shows it in miles.
Oh, okay.
The point is, it's just going to take you guys a little while to get to the Temple District.
5 miles.
Yeah. So if
All
there's
right.
any conversation you two want to have along the way, or anything you want to do while you're on your way there.
I think Jess is feeling kind of awkward.
Okay.
Because of the last conversation that we had? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
She's probably pretty quiet, honestly.
And so is Michael.
Well, in that case, if anybody has anything that isn't just awkward conversation, please bring it up now.
Or awkward
we're gonna
lack
skip
of
ahead.
conversation.
Yeah. If anybody would actually like to do anything, please let me know.
Try like we like to go around the house looking for Jeslyn. Michael.
Okay. You're going to just find, that Viserys has locked his study while he's doing work. Frick is downstairs still brewing large quantities of ale.
Doing Frick things.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to open a brewery at this point.
I know. I was thinking that last night. Jesse, you have to hurry up and play again. Otherwise, Frick is just going to start his own bar.
He's gonna just drown in it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the house is flooded with Fricktastic.
I should be rolling to see if anything goes wrong, but I'm not that mean.
We just come home like, where's Frick? Oh, he's down in the basement. Okay, we go down there. It's a swimming pool of Frick. And he's just like diving into it.
It's like Scrooge
Doing a
McDuck.
breaststroke.
Yeah.
I want to see this happen now.
I know.
Fan art. We need fan art.
We need fans.
We need Frick!
Okay.
Yeah, we need Frick.
As much as I agree with that sentiment, let's try to do something with our time here today.
Yes.
Not
Okay.
mourn for the lost.
We could, time skip to getting to the temple.
Sure. So yeah, if y'all don't talk, then it's a shorter walk because you're both going at a. So you get to the temple where
Probably walking really fast.
Yeah. When you get there, one of the clerics at the temple would say, he just took his cats and moved out, said that he had another place to stay for a while and that he was going to be taking a leave from his duties here at the temple.
He said... When did he leave?
A couple hours ago.
Did he say where he was going?
Well, no, just... he said he had some friends he was staying with somewhere near the residential Upper Deld area.
I'm just going to look at Michael.
Back to the house?
I swear I knocked on his door. He wasn't in his room.
He probably got there. He probably was leaving from there as we were leaving from here as we were leaving from there, so he's probably there by now. So, of course, I should probably send him a message. That way he
can do
knows
that?
not to leave. Yeah, I can do that.
Why don't you have him meet us somewhere else? Like halfway. I think I'm gonna look at the guy we were talking to and just kind of excuse us. I'm just gonna kind of sidestep away a little bit and
Of course.
grab Michael by the arm and pull him with me.
Okay.
I think we should. Those children were working with the Ratmen, right?
Yeah.
And we haven't heard from them. Do you think maybe we should go down and see if we can find something out?
I don't think that would be the safest choice for us to do. I mean, unless you're willing to possibly start a war with the Ratmen quite openly.
Why would this start a war?
We're technically moving to take away their apprentices and their information network. I don't think us visibly doing that would actually be quite helpful to our cause.
But what if these kids are in danger?
All right, but we have to do this very carefully. And this is me saying this. We have to do this very carefully.
Where should we try to meet us?
Where's a coffee shop nearby?
Just tell them meet us at the bakery. Is that is a bakery between here? Where's a good place we would know between here and Goleaf Manor? That would be a.
I'm going to say that, this being a giant city, there's plenty of taverns and, small delis type areas. And
Okay.
Trilak's been in the city longer than you people, so he knows it a little better than you do, I imagine.
Okay. So we can pick a random place to meet.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it? Michael pulls a small short wire copper bit from out of his little sack at his hip and sort of places it between his fingers, and then Trilak will hear in the back of his head, "So where do you want to meet us? Because I think you're at the house and we're out."
Yes. Yes, I'm at the house. I arrived a couple hours ago. I came in there and
I don't think you get that many words.
Yeah, I'm keeping track of the words, and it's going to end somewhere around I came in. And that's when your message will be cut off.
Did he answer?
He either answered or he's in the middle of some very fun stuff.
oh, god damn it.
But yeah, no, he's more than likely back at the house, knowing him. So
you know what?
I'll send. Yeah.
Go get him. Meet me at Bob's Deli.
The burger place?
Yes.
Ooh, they have really, really good minted lamb burgers. Okay, cool. I'll meet you there.
Focus. Go get Trilak. Meet me there.
I was focusing. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
Bye.
I'm gonna go to the barracks.
Okay. We will stay with Jeslyn then. So, you arrive at the barracks. It probably won't take you too long to get there.
Do I see any sign of Trevor?
Apparently he's sitting, out front.
Oh,
going
on the
over
steps.
some notes. So yes,
Okay.
you see him right away.
Is he in uniform?
Are you in uniform?
Sure. Oh, what? Hello, Jeslyn.
Hi. Sorry. Are you busy? You're busy. Sorry. You're in uniform. You're on duty? I'm sorry.
Can I help you with something?
No. Never mind. You're on duty. Never mind. I'm going to walk away.
What?
Well, it's just if you weren't on duty, we were going to go investigate some things, and I was going to see if you wanted to come along, but you're busy, and it's okay, and I'm sorry. I shouldn't disturb you when you're on duty. I'm sorry.
He just kind of looks at the papers, rolls them up, tucks them in a pocket, and goes, "What is it you're trying to do now?"
Are there a lot of people around?
I mean, it's a busy enough street, but people are just passing by.
All right, I'll just move closer and just talk a little lower then.
Okay.
We talked. I can't remember. Was he around? Were you around when they talked about the children that? There's children, and they're apparently working for the Ratmen in the sewers, and we were going to maybe go investigate and see what we could find out, because we hadn't heard from them. Because they were invited to come stay with us at the manor, and then they never showed up, and we don't. I'm a little worried. I was going to go in the sewers with Michael and hopefully Trilak. But I just...
Okay, there's going in the sewers, I understand. You lost me at children.
There were... Okay. The other night, do you remember my bag got stolen by a kid, and he got tracked down, and he was working... There were these child thieves working for the Ratmen, and my companions offered to let these children stay at the manor in exchange for, housing and food and that sort of thing. And it was offered to them, but it's been a few days. We haven't heard anything. And apparently they're working for the ratmen in the sewers. Do you know about the ratmen in the sewers, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, apparently they're working for the ratmen in the sewers, and we haven't heard from them. And it's just, I'm a little, what if something happened to these children? I mean, this one, he tried to steal my bag, and we took it back from him. And what if he got in trouble for not being successful? And the ratmen, they're really kind of gross, and I'm just worried.
Understandable. And out of character, Trevor knew nothing of this. He wasn't told.
I didn't remember.
I didn't know if you would have talked about it during the 3 or 4 days. So
I don't remember it ever being mentioned.
okay,
Yeah.
probably not, 'cause she was pretty drunk when it all happened.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going off of a fair amount of what everyone told her later on.
Yep. He said, she said stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rihanna wouldn't say anything to Trevor anyways.
Right.
Yeah, because she was too busy stalking from the shadows, like a creeper.
Because
So-
I'm a creep.
Oh God.
I don't want to risk copyright, so please don't go any further than that.
I'm sticking there.
So, that's, I was just, safety numbers, and Rihanna and Viserys and Frick are all busy, and that's all. It's okay. I'm sorry I bothered you.
Actually, it's a welcome distraction. Or
I can look around and look at the paper, look at the stairs where he was sitting.
just some work stuff.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you're not busy.
Not right now.
No, not right now. You can't come with me right now.
I'm not busy right now.
Okay. So,
And you're investigating. You're looking. Start over.
orphans, possibly captives of the Ratmen, for rescue mission,
Okay.
maybe. At least investigating. I just want to see. I just want to see what's going on. I want to see if these kids are okay.
I think I can justify that.
Okay. Do you need to talk to someone or fill out some papers or?
Andy, do I need to do that?
In this case, you are following up on a concerned citizen's lead. I don't think unless you had a particular patrol, you're allowed to, go off to deal with something like this. It might be a good thing to check in just to let people know where you are going in case you don't come back, but
Okay.
that's more of a, are you actually going to pay enough attention to your, not everybody does that. Some people do just go off to deal with something and forget to tell other people. So not a good habit, but
I don't think that one would be Trevor. So
yeah.
Jasmine, wait right here a second, and I'll run in, find somebody I know.
Sure.
Okay.
While he's gone, I'm just gonna try to just smile and nod at anybody who glances my way and just try to be polite.
Okay.
I'm not really talking, but I'm just kind of.
Yeah. So you're just, waving at everybody who, looks your way. And, well, you stand out in a crowd. So quite a few people are, glancing your way. And especially some of the younger guys probably blush and wave back. And
Okay.
but we will say that you guys are all able to, meet up like you were talking about.
Yeah, I was just gonna find one of my guys or something, just be like, "Hey, this is what's going on."
Mhm.
If I don't come back, obviously, you know where I am.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah. I ain't going back I ain't going into the sewers for your carcass. So try to get back.
Noted.
And yeah, they just laugh and tell you to take care. You've got all your issued equipment, right? Seriously, I don't want to have to go into the sewers to track you down.
I'm assuming I do since I was on duty. So
Okay. Yeah, that's sort of their way of saying, hey, be careful.
don't be stupid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're meeting at Bob's Deli. Apparently, they have great burgers.
Very good minted lamb burgers.
Okay, so yeah, it like I said, we'll say within the hour everybody's able to have gathered there.
Did Trilic come?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll meet up. Should we get something to eat first?
Eyes the minted lamb burgers.
Let's eat first.
Yeah.
But
So,
don't don't overstuff yourself. You don't need to go in with a stomach ache.
I have not eaten for the past 3 days.
Oh,
I have been pooing myself quite constantly.
Please don't go into detail. Order your food and continue the story, please, for the love of my imagination. Do not go into detail.
Yes.
I will punish you for this in game if you try it. Bodily functions are not going to be talked about. Okay,
I would like
rule.
a grilled chicken sandwich and a side salad.
I will have 2 minted lamb burgers and some sweet potato fries. You guys want anything?
I'm just hungry now.
I know. Me too.
I'm waiting for dinner to be cooked.
Yeah.
We're gonna say it's not a problem for you guys to all get your food. For the four of you, it would cost like a gold piece.
I'll do it.
Michael will pay that.
Okay. Thank you.
Don't worry about it. I kind of owe you quite a few things right now, so.
Sit down to eat.
Trevor just kind of gives them a side eye, but doesn't say anything. Aside from thank you.
What was the side eye for? It's good food.
Trilak. I'm picturing us all sitting at a booth at McDonald's.
It's even better if you think like a modern McDonald's and a bunch of cosplayers.
Giant wolf.
Who they did give an eye to as he's squeezing through the door.
So we were told you were giving up your practice or giving up your. What did you do? You left the temple?
For now, it is a lot more convenient to meet up with you if I am in the same house.
Oh yes.
Because I do have money, but the places here they charge a lot. Just for one night. So I asked Serious. He was fine with it. I hope that you're fine with it too.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it, but if you find that it's happening at the shops, have me go with you. Because I think I know what they're doing.
Unfortunately, that probably won't work. A lot of the folks here are very
Prejudice?
old-fashioned.
Oh.
Just as a DM's note, I would like to point out, you people have been spending a lot of time shopping in the rich part of town also.
That's true.
I mean, just pointing that out, if money is a concern.
Quality.
Okay,
so-
continue.
So, but you're not giving up what you do.
No. I'm simply no longer doing my daily duties at the temple, which, for the most part, is cleaning up after the kittens and really helping around. Nothing too big.
But
It's been a long while.
You're not going to get in any trouble, right?
No, absolutely not. I do not search for trouble. I kind of give Michael a glance.
What? What? I haven't started any trouble recently. I've actually been quite good for the past 3 days.
You have been in bed. You haven't been moving.
He has a point.
But yes, I I will not get in any trouble.
I didn't start the trouble that brought anybody here either.
No. Well, wait. This isn't about that. So let's. I just wanted to make sure that everything's okay.
All right.
It is completely fine. So we are going into sewer.
Yes. Wear your best shoes.
I don't wear shoes.
You don't wear. I'm kind of just peek under the table. You don't wear shoes?
That I don't think anybody can make shoes in his size.
I have
I mean, to be fair, they could make shoes in this size. They would have to be specially made.
I have tried, and the tail is in the.
Wow, those are giant feet.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
that was very rude.
Oh, no, it is fine. You are stating the obvious. That is it.
Can we get her a captainship for that?
What?
What?
Captain Obvious.
Oh,
Okay.
I was talking to Trevor.
Then I completely missed it. What happened?
I said, "Wow, those are giant feet."
And Trilak said, well, yeah, that's kind of a bit obvious. Trilak kind of blustered a little bit and then went, well, thank you for stating the obvious.
And
then
I
my
said, I was,
character, yeah.
Oh,
and I said I was talking to Trevor.
oh, my bad.
And my
You gotta
character, and I was just like, well, maybe we could get her a captainship for that.
Anyway, we're heading into sewer. I expect with the Ratman occupation, it's going to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not very safe to go alone. So I think we should take this.
Can you?
And
Oh my god. Do.
somebody got it! Yay!
Michael, maybe did you all by any chance let Frick and Viserius know where we were going while you were at the house?
I left a note for Viserius. Frick was pretty much running through the cellar, talking about how he needed more nutmeg.
Okay, as long as they know where we are.
Yeah.
Just in case. I think last time I got lucky with the Ratman. I don't want to take a
last
chance.
time.
What happened last time? I didn't. What happened?
I don't remember who was there. Who was there whenever?
Not me.
Obviously, Frick was. Was it just Frick and
was-
Viserius and Rihanna?
It was Frick, Viserius, Rihanna, and Lucky that was there.
Oh my
Yes.
god! Nobody.
That was a long time ago. In from
It
our point of
was.
view.
Yeah. So. Last time we got ambushed, or they tried, and they clearly made their intentions of killing Frick apparent. I didn't like it. We fought them off. I cast a spell. It kind of didn't go the way I expected it to, and I think I scared them.
Scared or killed them?
No, I scared them, and then I told them to go live better lives and be good citizens, pretty much.
Yep, that is exactly how I remember it. Word for
Charlotte is
word.
nodding approvingly. That is impressive.
But the spell was okay. The spell's meant to protect me, but it just, it got a little vicious and scary, and I wasn't expecting it, and
So
I
pulled a you. It literally pulled a you. It was supposed to be innocent, but at the same time, it just did something really, really unexpected. Managed to make everybody else shit themselves.
I just stare at him, like.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's gonna work like that again if it happens. And I just like I said, I think I might have just got lucky, and they probably don't even remember me. I don't know.
Well, it depends. If you killed any of them, they'll probably remember you. If not, if you're really worried about that, I've still got my disguise kit in my bag.
No, I don't want to be disguised. I want them to remember me.
So why the fear?
Well, because what if they're not? I don't know. I just don't know what's gonna happen. So
They're an underground. They are literally an underground organization of thieves, assassins, and ruffians.
yes,
They're not exactly going to be the greatest people.
I know.
So, catch me up again.
Orphans, ratmen. We're gonna go make sure they're safe. Oh, or were you
Okay.
meaning something else?
Nope.
Okay. We're just gonna go to the sewers and look for the children.
If the rat men decide to make trouble, then they're looking for it.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
going to say sewers are rather large. Ratmen outnumber us.
I have a map actually.
I have most of it memorized, but only certain areas.
Right.
Are there kobolds still digging the sewers or living in the sewers right now? Because wouldn't like a city this large employ kobolds because they dig quite well?
Was that a
I-
question
I-
for me or for Trevor?
That was a question for Trevor.
DM, would I know that?
To your knowledge, no. The city is not particularly fond of anything that, falls into the category of, potentially vermin. Kobolds don't always get along with humans anyway.
Right.
So they would view them the same way they view goblins.
Well, no. Like I said, people here are old-fashioned in their ways of thinking.
So, just one particular bit of the law is holding them back from committing vast amounts of genocide. Then,
Sure, we'll go with that.
okay, this sets the scene quite well for my mind.
Well, are we ready to go?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just curious. So, what? This is, the DM asking. What do you mean? There's just one part of the law keeping them from committing genocide.
Well, if they're old fashioned, they're pretty much like the old war sort of humans trying to establish their kingdom, and therefore anything not human needs to die.
Well, this is a relatively young kingdom. It's like 200 years old. I mean, so, there are people living in the city that remember when it was built. So, I mean, in terms of needing to, establish themselves, yes, they don't want anything encroaching on their land. And kobolds, in fact, goblins are still a threat because, they attacked you once already. So, just putting that out there is that's sort of the world you're living in. This is a
Goblins
place
attacked you. Where?
you guys when you went out with Viserius to get his weasel.
Okay.
were
Right.
attacked.
I
Yeah.
remember. Yes.
So
Yes.
when I
I was
say
a part of
that
that.
things like this are considered to be a threat or particularly vicious vermin, it's because they have to attack in quantity to be a threat, but they're still a threat to the people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just putting that out there as world history, or it's something that most people would know.
No, I my character knows that quite well because he was kidnapped by orcs.
Yeah, so like I said, I was
Yeah.
just confused by what you meant by, committing genocide. They just don't want things that are known for stealing or attacking people in general to be living under their city.
They also really don't like elves. They don't like.
Well, no,
the bugbear
elves-
thing I can sort of understand, but yeah.
Most civilized races have a home in this city. It is a human-centric city in that the king is human and a large part of the population is human, but elves and dwarves and gnomes all live here.
Ah, okay.
But it is a human kingdom in that, it was founded by humans, it was built by humans, other races, civilized races, and I'm putting up the quotes for anybody who can't see me, are welcome to live here. That's why, like, in the lower Skint, there's a Minotaur blacksmith. He stays inside lower Skint because he's not really welcome in the classy part of town, but he obeys the laws, so he's allowed to live here. If that makes sense.
So culturally, we're looking at an area that's like antebellum South, then.
Sure.
Very
I'm-
segregation.
I'm not going to say it's very segregated, but it's like I said, the closer you get to the castle, the more upper crust you get. And yeah, they do not want monstrous people in that part of town. The lower part of town, that's where the working class is, and there they are a lot more open-minded about who can be there because some of those people just show up on a boat, and as long as you're not eating babies, you're somewhat allowed to be there. If you're an orc, you're going to have a much harder time in any part of town, but as long as you don't kill people in the streets, they're going to let you stay. You just won't be accepted by the higher class.
Kind of like Trelak.
Yeah. He gets a lot of weird looks even now. If you were to look around, he is a 6-foot wolf sitting in this restaurant. People are giving him a lot of eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been walking around for 2 years, and he probably gets some grief, but no one is attacking him on sight because he obeys the laws and he doesn't cause trouble outside of the fact that when he grins at people, they think he's threatening them, and small children run away. So it's a situation of it depends on what part of town you are in. The richer part of town, you don't even go there if you are wearing working class clothes unless you're doing a job. I mean, the Upper Deld, most working class people can't even afford to be there because you've seen the prices.
So we're looking at New York.
Yes, that is a good way to look at it.
So that would make the lower skin Harlem. Dude, we need to start up jazz clubs.
Put that on your to-do list.
Yes, I will do
Yeah,
that.
overthrow the king, take on apprentices, start a jazz club. Sure, ignore sleep. Okay, but I hope that sort of clarifies what sort of city you're living in. Like I said, goblins probably don't want to go walking through town. Even if they are a civilized goblin, they're going to be seen as a threat. Most of the I guess we'll say uncivilized races, which is going to be anything that, for our purposes, if it, like Frick, for example, he's considered an uncivilized race. He's a monstrous race. He can earn some respect for himself, but he's probably not going to be welcome in most parts of town, except for the fact that he typically goes around looking like a wise old monk these days. He won't be. He'll get some grief from certain people, but most unless he's seen committing a crime, the guards will not arrest him out of hand. It's just he's not encouraged to, the loiter around the rich part of town.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why I was just like, you probably don't want to do any public drinking like that.
Yeah, you did see a very large person with a barrel of wine just drinking it. That would have caught your attention no matter what, but then it's a bugbear on top of it, so that was...
Then I got tackled by that same person.
Yes, you did. You're very forgiving, actually. That's another reason why Frick gets into trouble. He just acts without thinking. But again, I hope that sort of clarifies, what sort of town you're living in. It's the less... I don't want... I guess the less human you are, the harder time you have. But unless you're causing a problem, and as you've noticed in Lower Skint and the Punk District, there's even less laws in that area. But I hope that sort of clarifies things a little bit.
No, that does. That clarifies a lot.
Okay.
So, on to the sewer?
Yes. I kind of want to go, as close to following the map or whatever I know about what entrance to take, whatever, I'd like to go as close as I can to where we encountered the Ratman last time.
Okay. Because you have the map, and you remember that you did get there from the Lower Skint side of town, I'm going to say that would be your best place to start.
Okay. I'm going to start heading that way then.
Okay. That will not take you long at all to... it's going to take you just a little while to get there. So, again, if you want to have any conversation on your way, or we'll just sort of, jump. But if anybody wants to do anything on the walk, let me know now.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
I'm good.
Trilak, as he's walking along, will look at each of them. So, they're a bit hard to come by nowadays, but I have a few healing potions. How are we doing on that situation?
I'm looking through my bag. I have... I have 3 healing potions.
I have none.
I look at Trevor.
I'm going to go with I have none because I haven't actually went and bought any of my stuff yet.
Okay.
I'm being fair. It's like, I don't think I have any.
Alrighty then. Seeing as only 2 of us have come prepared, I take out 2 healing potions, hand 2 to Michael, 2 healing potions, hand them to Trevor. I have some spares. That leaves me with 6 left. Right.
You guys can stop by any shops you want along the way. I know Rihanna was wanting more money, but the rest of you guys have not been spending nearly as much from what I can tell.
No, I've got some money.
Okay. So, yeah, if you want to do any shopping along the way, just let me know.
Actually, that reminds me. I reach into my bag. Oh, actually, I'm like, make sure we're not right in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of step into like a side street or something.
Sure.
And I'm going to reach into my bag of holding, and I'm going to pull out another small bag, and it has 55 platinum because I've been holding it in my inventory, and I'll hand it to Michael. This is yours.
Is this the cash that I gave to the party for them to use for supplies?
Well, we didn't use it. It's yours.
Okay.
I don't know. I've had it forever. I don't even remember, but just here. It's yours.
All right. Thank you. Does anybody need anything while we're here?
Well, I definitely think we should try to get more potions, I guess.
Yeah, let's get some more healing potions. Looking around for an alchemist. Is the gnome open?
Yes. The Leaky Cauldron is the shop that you went to with the gnome. It's open.
I have to warn you. Last time I went there to try and procure some potions. They were all reserved for the guard.
That was
So-
about a week ago.
Well, luckily we have a guard here.
Yes.
I know.
we do.
I know we have trouble with time frames. That try like you went there about a week ago when they were first issuing this new law about open carrying weapons. So a
We have
little bit of
Trevor with-
time has passed.
We have a man in uniform with us. Maybe they'll be more inclined to sell.
Nothing like a man in uniform to help you out. All right.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, because we're all talking over each other, you are headed for the Leaky Cauldron, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You walk in, and you just see this gnome. He's tinkering with something over on his desk, and when he hears you come in, looks up. Hi, welcome to the Leaky Cauldron. We just had it patched last week, so I guess now we're just the cauldron. Okay, there we go. Oh, you people are all really tall. I have reduction potions half off. They'll take half off. All right,
wow.
yeah. Thank you.
Wow, yeah.
I'm here all week because I have to be because I'm brewing potions. So,
Is that actually a thing?
what, reduction potions? Sure. You want it
Yes.
smaller? Because
Well,
it's hurting my
how-
neck.
How long? I just kind of like bend down a little bit to be more eye level with him.
Well, he is sort of standing on a platform, so he's a little more. He's not. He's joking with you.
Well, let me ask you this: how long does it last?
Oh, well, I think that lasts for about an hour. I'm trying to actually find it because I think I saw it somewhere, but it probably lasts about an hour.
And it literally cuts your height in half, your size in half.
Just see if I can find it. No, that's resistance. Let's see, potion of growth. Diminution. Mhm. For 1d4 hours. I'm gonna actually have to look it up to find out what the official ruling is. But
Okay.
it uses a reduction spell.
How long? How much?
Oh, ooh, that one's rare. Well, let's see. That one would go for. That would be about 100 gold, but I did tell you it was going to be half off, so I'll let you have that for 50 gold.
I will give him 50 gold.
Okay, he will hand you one reduction spell, a potion of diminution. Like I said, that
Okay.
will shrink you for 1d4 hours. And I am looking for the actual spell now because you took his joke more seriously than I thought you would. So damn you for actually following through on my joke.
I'm just thinking that Rihanna would love that.
I know you're. I'm really a big fan of D&D Beyond right now because somebody is letting me have full access, but it's me trying to find everything. Yes, halved in size and weight. So yeah, hey, I was right about that.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, you go from medium to small.
Cool.
Okay, so can I get you anything else?
We were looking for also healing potions, if you have any.
Oh, let me take a look in my stock. Because I do actually have a generator for that. Alchemist and sort of artist. Let's see. We have some potions of growth. Oh, you don't need that. You're already too tall now. Oil slipperiness, climbing. Oh, that's always pretty handy. Let's see. Yes, we do have. Looks like 6 potions of healing. Actually, we even have a potion of invisibility, giant strength. And a storm giant strength. Oh, I didn't know I even had that last one.
Okay, you said you have 6 potions of healing.
Yes, I do.
How much? For the 6.
For the 6, I just closed up the book that had my prices in it. Well, let's see. They go for about 50 gold a piece, so that'd be 300 for the lot.
I'll buy it. Michael just puts down 30 platinum.
Isn't like a platinum is worth 10 gold, so you just gave him 3,000 gold.
No, 30 platinum is 10.
Oh, yeah, okay, math. Yeah, all right.
If it was worth 100, then
Yeah, okay, yeah, math, my bad. Okay, so he just scoops that up. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that I can give you today? And he's still, tinkering with this little doodad while, after he collects the potions for you.
I don't need anything.
How much for the potion of Storm Giant Strength?
Okay, ooh, that one is Storm Giant. Let's see. Why do I keep closing the book when I put it down?
Because you, like us, are optimistic.
I'm going to have him test out his new device on you if you get mouthy, so give me a minute. Okay. Let's see. I can compare it to the potion of invisibility, which I know I saw in here somewhere. Okay. Oh, yeah. That one's going to be about 7,000 gold.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
Well, I mean, it's a pretty powerful potion.
I'll come back to you on that one.
Yeah, all right then. Well, we're always here unless we're not. And then we're somewhere.
Where else would you be?
Well, wherever I am, I usually find myself around there somewhere.
That's okay.
That's very good.
Thank you for your help.
And you are most welcome. He sort of waves at you with his trinket, and a spring goes flying out. Dagnabbit. Let me try to put that back in. And he goes back to his tinkering.
Yeah, Michael hands over 2 of the healing potions to Trevor, 2 of them to one each to Jeslyn and Trilak, and then holds 2 over for himself as well.
I hand mine over to Jeslyn.
I don't need that many. I can heal.
So can I.
Just keep it. Or give it to Trevor.
Thank
you.
If you're wanting to heal each other, you might be interested in this device I'm working on. It is a potion atomizer that lets you administer potions to other people. And he demonstrates by popping a vial in, pointing it towards Trilak, and a mist sort of goes out into Trilak's face, and you basically fall asleep. Okay. That was a miscalculation on my part. My apologies. He's okay.
Why did you knock out the... Never mind.
Well, I had to show you how this thing works. And I thought
How
it was
much?
a reduction potion.
How much?
Well, you understand that this is a prototype, so I am not responsible if something goes wrong, and I'm actually needing some field testing done to it. So I'll tell you what, if you... for 50 gold, I'll let you have the prototype, and then you just come back and tell me how it works.
Yeah, he just hands over 5 platinum for that. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to make this potion atomizer viewable in the handouts, and it will show you how it works. The short version is that 3 times a day you can use a potion as on another person as a bonus action instead of a full action, and there is a small chance it will break.
Is there a range to it?
This is, like touch range.
Okay.
So it's like, the ruling for most people has always been that to drink a potion yourself is a bonus action, but to give it to someone else is a full action. This way, one person can heal or apply a potion to another as a bonus action.
Okay.
I like this.
I'm gonna try to wake up Trilak.
Oh yeah, it's no problem to wake him up, and
Okay.
he's like, I could have sworn that was the reduction potion. Oh, I sold that to you. No, well, I should really label some of these things.
That would be a good idea.
Probably
Alright.
a good idea.
All right.
Definitely be a thing to do.
We're gonna go. Thank you.
And thank you.
Okay.
And remember, if you need anything else, if it's potion related, come here. If it's not, you might want to go to somebody else because I'm good for potions.
Yes.
I don't know. I might come back to you if you also deal in weaponry. I was thinking about something like an automatic loading crossbow.
He kind of looks around at his alchemist shop. No, I mean I do a little bit of tinkering every now and then, but you're probably going to want to go and talk to someone else about weapons. I'm a potions guy and a tinkerer, but I don't really deal in mass destruction unless, of course, you want an exploding potion, in which case...
I'm making my way out the door.
Michael's eyes just kind of go really wide when he mentions loading potions, and it's like stars have filled them.
Yeah. So he's like, I mean, if you want to do that, I can try to figure something out because making things go boom isn't all that complicated. Making them go boom in a way that doesn't take you with it.
Let's not make the city go boom.
Well, I'm not trying to make the city go boom, but I mean, I do deal to adventurers, and sometimes they want to breathe fire.
Thank you. We have to go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, if you need anything that doesn't go boom,
Okay.
unless you want it to go boom.
Okay. Thanks.
But explosives.
No.
Did that little gnome put me to sleep?
Yes, he did.
He must have thought you needed it.
Probably. The kittens still keep me up at night.
He actually thought that he was going to be shrinking you about half your normal size as well, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, that would not be a good idea.
Okay, so let's
Wait a second. Does this thing still have the sleeping potion in it?
No, it uses the potion when you use it. It's good for 3 times a day.
Okay.
It can only use 3 potions per day, but he did not give you, a loaded device. You had to pop your own potion vial in each time.
So I have to pop my own pills.
Yes.
and it's already had one use today.
Yes, so it's going to have 2 more uses today.
All right, let's go to the sewer.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Can I just tap Michael on the shoulder as we walk?
Hi.
Friendly advice. Don't be so open about looking for weapons, considering the situation in the city right now.
Well, it might actually be quite useful for the army itself. I mean, something spring-loaded, automatically loading.
Assuming they don't already have something like that. But you're a civilian, right? Don't really have any need to go looking for special weapons. Wrong person hears you, I can't help you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, but I'm not technically a full civilian.
Michael?
You're in the city. That's all they'll care about. And you're aware of the laws. Just try to prevent unpleasantness.
I didn't. Oh, I wasn't aware that automatic weapons were against the law, but
It's a
duly
weapon.
noted.
Weapons in general are against the law right now.
Open carrying them is.
Yeah,
There are still weapon shops,
yeah.
but you'll notice nobody carries anything out of them that isn't contained in a box properly.
Like I said, just to avoid wrong people.
No, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, so head to... Yes.
Sure. Yeah, you're able to head on to the sewers.
With that, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, Tralax, what do you think of the minted lamb burgers?
I did not have them. I had regular steak.
Nah, man, you missed out.
I enjoy the simpler things. With too much spices and herbs, it does mess up my sense of smell. And we're going to sewer, so
Actually, probably
I think-
having a dampened sense of smell in a sewer would be a good thing.
Probably.
don't worry. I've dealt with kittens. It is, I assume, just as bad. Anyway,
Think kittens are as bad as a full sewer?
you have not seen them when they are hungry and after they've eaten. They,
Essentially. The sewer system is pretty much like a 3-meter pipe servicing a lot of 7-meter wide assholes.
What? What?
Remember my rule about not getting into bodily functions? We're getting
I
really
like-
close
This
to that.
wasn't. This
I
is,
pick up the pace and walk like a little bit faster, out of so I'm a little bit out of earshot of them. I don't want to listen to this conversation.
Yeah.
This wasn't actually about a bodily function.
Well,
This
we're
is
getting
actually
really
describing
close to
people
that
as-
area. Well, Trilak, you have a pretty high passive perception, so I'm going to say that the most, on your way to the sewer, the only thing that really stood out to you personally was a couple of gold dragonborn. And dragonborn there's a few of them in the city. With 20,000 people, there's probably maybe less than 200 dragonborn. So these sort of stand out because, well, A, they're big and gold, and they're wearing like plain white cloth covering their armor, which is probably a little bit unusual, but other than that, nothing particularly strange in the city.
are they wearing any sort of like markings or anything?
No, it's like the
So they're part of a
cloth
group?
is deliberately covering their armor.
I look at Michael.
Yeah.
I feel the same way when I look at Michael.
I didn't do anything this time.
Michael. And Miss Cheslin, too. In the first few days since we've met, I assumed you were just a group of troubled people. People who get into trouble and cause a bit of nuisance where there's no need. And he looks down at Michael again.
You mean when we met at the tavern? When you approached us?
I did not approach you. I sat down at the bar. I saw you staring.
You approached me.
And we had conversation. Oh, yes, actually, then. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that is true.
So continue on about how you judged us when you first met us.
I thought that you were a lovely group of people when I first met you. A lovely, diverse group of people who, with this young man, wanted to learn about my kind and my people. That was the main reason why I followed you. It was because Michael decided that he wanted to have a chat about my people.
No, wait. I still do. I just haven't had the time. I've kind of been a bit sick lately. Plus, you just moved in.
Yes.
What is your point?
On the first day that you went missing, when I went to the temple, my temple, to ask for help, I spoke to Miss Rihanna. She informed me of a few things.
Which few
certain
things? There's a lot of few things. Which few things?
certain desires that members of your group have.
I don't think we probably should talk about those out in the open.
I know, but
X-nay on the desire.
What?
I heard about the temple.
That was a very big mistake, and I am very apologetic for it.
Should I ask?
No, it is personal. It is personal matter. I am sorry to leave you out of this, but it is something.
Trilek,
that I
what are
thought-
you getting at?
This is not the time to really get into that subject.
Trilek, make your point, please.
Yes, please do. I'm curious.
I just stare at Michael. Do not take the name of my temple when doing something as what you did.
I won't.
Wait, did you just
I had a
stop?
very-
Wait,
I've had a very long conversation with Bomba. Believe me, I won't be doing that.
And
What?
it appears
wait, did you just? Are you just making threats? I don't understand. What is this? What is going on?
He's talking about something in public right now that should probably be talked about at a different time. And I would suggest that we talk about this at a different time.
once we get into sewer, I'll talk clearer.
I just keep walking.
And Trevor, with your particular passive perception, you think you just saw the Baron in an alley, but couldn't quite be sure about that. So please continue on.
Yeah, I'm just walking to the sewer entrance. I'm not stopping or pass and go.
Okay.
Not collecting your 200 gold.
I would like to collect my 200 gold if it's available to me, but
No, it is not.
damn it.
You have to do something to earn that. And just going onto the sewer is not one of them, but... Okay, Jesla is heading onto the sewer.
Michael is following.
Following.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably glancing more over my shoulder now, but still going.
Alright, well... Like I said, you just kind of thought you saw him looking and then turn and walk away, but... You know, it could have been somebody else in noble robes on the lower side of town.
Staring at you from an alleyway.
I didn't say staring. You didn't see that because you were in the middle of a conversation.
No, I know.
And-
I was just adding
yeah.
into the creepy factor.
Yeah.
Noted.
Please, leave the creepy factor to me. Okay, so yeah, you're able to get to the sewers.
Okay.
And you have a map, and I'm going to say that, you know, you've probably sort of learned all of the little notations on it, so you would know where the Ratmen usually hang out once you sort of find a marker to help you orient yourself.
All right. I'm going to recommend we try to be quiet.
I thought that we were just going to walk through here banging pots and pans going, hi.
I look at him like very unamused by his sarcasm.
That is usually how you guys operate, though. All right.
So I look at Trilek. Can you be quiet?
I nod.
Okay. I'm going to try to stealth. You probably fail. I am not proficient.
Well, guys, I need to take 5 for just a moment, so let's go ahead and take a break before the sewer skulking begins.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
All right, and we are live again. So, you guys were in the sewers looking for the rat men. I'm going to switch over to one of the tunnel maps now.
We were also. I suggested we go stealthy, so
Yeah.
I'm going to try to be stealthy.
Okay,
Probably fail.
Go ahead, try to be stealthy.
8. Yeah.
Somehow I just closed out the entire doodad. That let me try resetting because I lost the side screen. Okay.
I'm not stealthy because I'm too busy going shh.
Yeah.
To everybody else.
That is exactly how I. And apparently Michael is doing it back to you. Shh, shh.
God.
I'm just looking back and forth between. I'm like, what are
You
you
know, for
doing?
fun. Oh, good God! Wow.
Oh jeez.
You guys are just clattering and kicking rocks all.
I'm in
over.
armor. How am I the stealthiest one?
I am a giant 7-foot wolf. Try that. And in armor.
You can walk quietly.
Apparently, you can't.
Apparently, size does matter.
Okay, do we need to drag our tokens out?
I'm going to say yes because you guys are making an absolute racket. So go ahead and put your tokens out. Yeah, about right. About where Jeslyn is, I would say.
Okay, so we
Where's,
came in
where's the tokens?
They would be
Sorry.
under your character sheet.
in the journal. Just click on your character name and drag it onto the. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to put everybody sorted together.
So you came in from the south?
Hmm?
Did we come in from the south, or which way did you come in from?
I mean, I don't really.
Or we dropped down here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's put it this way: you can find a marker, sort of telling you, like where you were, in relation to where the Ratman layer is. Sound. There's no point in even really listening for anything because there's absolutely no chance you guys are going to hear anything over each other telling each other to be quiet while you try to walk stealthily.
Okay. Following the map, which direction would I know of the Bratman's lair to be?
Well, I'm going to say you were taking them in the right direction, but absolutely nobody heard when someone attacks you from behind. So
Oh, shit.
you do not. There's just no way. Basically, everybody roll initiative because I'm not going to give them advantage on this either. Everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
And they did not roll great, so you'll probably beat them.
Just so you know, I have a 0 to initiative.
Okay.
I have a 6. I have a 6. And I have 3 added to initiative, and I have a 6.
Okay, let me get everybody in order. Oh, I had Jeslyn wrong. You were 19. Very good.
Yes.
Let's see. And you did manage to beat one person in this, Michael, so congratulations. You're not the last, but you're pretty darn close to it. Jeslyn, you will be the first to realize that 2 people in armor were running up from behind.
right.
And you turn and you realize they are Gold Dragonborn.
And they have weapons drawn.
Yes.
Like they're clearly going to attack.
Yes, they are running with great swords out.
All right, I'm going to firebolt that one.
Okay.
The one that's running up on Trilak.
Okay. Go ahead and firebolt him.
Ew, that's not good.
No, that does not hit.
Behind you! my turn.
Trilak, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Wait. Okay. I'm going to take a swing. Yeah. It is silvered.
Okay, an 8 does not hit.
Okay. That's it.
Trevor, you are up next.
Where's he at? Oh, they're right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm trying not to do too much changing to my screen, but hey, until people are watching, I can do whatever I want with the screen. Haha. Sorry, just a little joke because we're the only people who watch our own show. Okay, continue.
Okay. I am going to grab my sword. I don't think we ever figured out what the command word was, so I'm just gonna.
I'm going to say it's whatever you want it to be. You just say which weapon. And I will say, since I sort of forgot this, once you were in the sewers, you all, got your weapons equipped in your bag, out of the bag. So I won't do the whole, it takes you around just to get your swords out. In other words, we're going to keep the fight going the way it already was.
So I have two. I have two attacks with my spear.
Okay.
I'm going to go after this guy here.
Okay. That one hits. All right.
2. Hey.
Okay, that second one hits as well. Okay. All right. And let's see. Then it is actually his turn, and he is ignoring Trilak, and he's going straight for Michael with his greatsword.
Oh my.
And does a 14 hit you, Michael?
No, it does not.
Okay, I'm double checking. I can't remember. I think they get 2 attacks, so that also misses. So he takes 2 swings at you and misses. Let's see. I'm also trying to remember if which of their abilities are bonus action and which ones are full action. So okay.
Doesn't
Michael,
Trevor also get a opportunity attack as well?
I'm trying to think, because with Trevor's range, I don't believe so. I believe he's still technically in Trevor's range.
Okay.
What is your range? Is what, 10 feet with the spear?
It's a reach weapon, so I believe it is 10 feet.
Okay, I believe that keeps him inside of your range then.
Hold on, I will double check.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I'm just going to double check one thing about this particular character, because I'm not smart enough to write all this stuff down when I make them. But I think technically that keeps him just inside your range, so...
So they're wearing like cloth over their armor, like tabards?
Yes, that would be exactly... I couldn't think of that word, thank you.
So they have like a holy symbol on them or something?
Well, the tabards are actually solid white.
Okay, so there's nothing that we would...
Yeah, basically they were wearing it to cover up their armor.
Okay.
Yes, it is a reach weapon, so as long as he stays within 10 feet.
Okay, so yeah, technically he's still within your range.
Wow, this guy's gonna get...
Okay, Michael, it is now your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to smack him about with my rapier.
Okay.
First one, does that hit?
Yes, that hits for 6 points. Okay.
Second attack, I take it doesn't hit.
Yeah, that one misses. Okay, and it is now...
And then as the bonus action, I use Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
Would you just leave me alone?
And what, that's a wisdom save?
Of DC 14, yeah.
Let me check his wisdom modifier. I don't think he's going to make it. Nope, he takes an extra 7 points of damage. Okay.
And his next attack has disadvantage.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it is his friend's turn, who is actually going to just run up, and he's going to use Lay on Hands for his friend to restore some of his health. Okay, that was his full action. So, Jeslyn, it's now your turn.
I'm going to pull out my wand of magic missiles.
Okay.
And it's got 7 charges. I'm going to use 6 of them. I can split them, right? I could use some on one, some on another. Yeah, because it's magic missile.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 3 on the guy on the bottom guy and 3 on the top guy. So
Okay.
3 charges. So I guess it's 5 missiles each.
Okay.
Right.
That sounds right.
So it'd be. Oh, I don't have to roll a attack or anything.
No,
so.
it automatically hits. Just roll the damage for each.
So the first one is 5d4 plus 5, right?
That sounds right, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because a level 1 would be 3d4 plus 3. So I'm using a level 3 on each one.
Okay.
So this is on the one on the bottom. 16.
Okay. All right.
And this is on the one on the top. Another 16.
Okay. All right. Trilak, it is now your turn.
Alrighty then. I'm going to. This is not good. Hit them with my flail again.
Okay.
I'm not going to waste spells on this, guys. Stupid thing. Flail.
That'll hit. Were you aiming for the first or the second one?
The second one.
Okay. Roll damage. Okay.
And that's my action.
Okay. Trevor, is now your turn.
I would like to hit him. I'm actually going to move around a bit. Get around Trilak here.
Okay.
There. Then we're going to try to hit the one the one that was healing. And try to hit him.
Okay, that's the second one.
There we go.
And that'll miss.
17.
That'll also miss.
Oh,
Okay.
dicks.
And the first one will attack again. Let's see. And Michael, does an 18 hit you?
No, that's 1 short.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my armor class is 19.
Okay.
I did very good with this guy.
Yeah. All right. Well, then he misses. So his friend is going to use a fire breath. So that's Jeslyn. You'll also need to make a dex save.
I thought Michael went before the friend.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. Michael, it's your turn. Never mind. I'll have him do something different so you don't expect that.
All right. So, I'm going to attack this one.
Okay. That
Does a 17
misses.
hit?
Nope. Misses.
Does
Ooh.
a 24 hit?
That one hits. So that's
And then
12.
as my bonus action, I'm going to use Shield Mastery to knock this one right here. With should provoke an opportunity attack from Trevor and from Trilak.
It does-
Actually,
Oh,
it only provokes an opportunity attack if they willingly leave the space.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you did 6 points of damage with your sword,
Yep.
and then you what was the second action, or your bonus action?
Second bonus action was to. Oh, so I don't have to commit to the shield then. Okay.
No, because
I'll
I didn't
use
have a
vicious-
chance to
yeah.
roll.
Yeah. I'll use Vicious Mockery then.
Okay. Which one? The first guy again?
Yep.
Okay. He's going to fail that, so he takes another 3 points. Does anybody actually speak Draconic?
I do not.
Okay, so you don't understand anything they're saying to each other. Because
I mean, my guy's obviously not moving to actually kill them. He's just trying to get them to stop attacking him.
well, the point is you don't hear what they're saying to each other, and that's basically
No.
all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to check on some of their spells here. Okay, let's see. So you can do this bonus action. Okay, so this guy is going to make one attack against Michael, and he's going to miss. He's going to use his bonus action to cast a spell, and that will end his turn.
We don't see any effects of the spell.
You don't know what it did.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you have Arcana, then I'll let you make a check to try to
I do have Arcana.
Okay, then go ahead and make a roll to see if you can tell what his spell did.
7.
You do not know.
Okay.
18.
You recognize it as a sanctuary spell.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
Jesslyn, it's now your turn.
I'm going to try to guiding bolt the healer.
Okay. I believe that's a save for him.
It's attack roll. 25.
Okay, then yeah, that'll hit. So, how much damage is that?
15 radiant damage, and the next attack against him is at advantage.
Okay.
That would be my turn.
Okay. Try like you're next.
Alrighty, I'm going to use Word of Radiance.
Okay.
They need to make a con save or take 2d6 radiant damage. Let me just get that up.
What is the save?
Constitution save for 15.
Okay, let me check the con. Let's see.
Good roll.
Yeah.
It's a real good roll.
And so one will make it, the other one falls down. He is unconscious. And he will need to make a death save on his turn. Trevor, it is now your turn. That was the... Yeah, let me put up a... I don't know how to do like an icon for him. I'm just going to move him aside.
You could... Okay, I don't know, you click it and then click on like the little circle thing at the bottom.
Ah, okay.
And there's a bunch of little pop-ups.
Yep, okay. He is down. Okay, Trevor, it is now your turn.
Okay. One's down and the other one's still going for Michael?
Last time you saw, he was.
Okay.
He's just unconscious, not dead, right? Or is he dead?
He'll need to make a save on his
Okay.
turn. I do
Okay.
give these guys, saves unless they're just totally weak. These guys were not, total weaklings. But he's down and he is dying, near as you can tell.
Okay, I'm going to... Can I make a shove attack against him? With my charger feet?
You will. I'm going to say because there's a body in between you. No,
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
that'll be having
Okay.
to jump over an unconscious body.
Yeah, I'm not that athletic. I mean, I am, but... Okay, I'm gonna try to get him to back down. I'm just gonna, I'm trying to figure out how to word it.
You're going to try to communicate with him.
I mean, he's a sentient creature, yes.
Yeah. No one's made any attempt to talk to him, so go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go, in the name of King Wilson, cease your attack now.
All right. Give me an intimidation roll.
Nice.
That's not bad. Okay,
I am a +6.
that is your turn.
Yes.
With his turn, he is going to use a lay on hands on his friend to wake him up, and then he's going to use his action to pick him up and try to run away. So we're going to say they can only get about 15 feet, but anybody who wanted to try to make an attack on the first guy, you need to make a wisdom save before you can attack.
Wait. Who had the?
Because if they've been attacked, because
Well, I know, but it was the guy who went unconscious who cast Sanctuary, right? So Sanctuary would have gone.
I don't see anything about that being a concentration spell.
It's not a concentration. Okay.
No. So therefore, Trevor, I'm sorry, Michael, you are not able to attack the one who ran away. You can choose to attack his friend if you like. The other two can attack the first guy.
this is where we're gonna have to make a DM ruling though, because I've got Shatter, which is actually an AOE spell.
Then that will hurt everyone in the area.
But you can't do that unless you have a.
No, this is a reaction spell, so
No, I know, but unless you can only make melee attacks unless you have Warcaster.
If they're running away from us, that would effectively end melee, though.
I know,
You
but the
can't use a spell for an opportunity attack.
yeah.
the Warcaster feat specifically lets you use a spell for that
Yes.
for an opportunity attack.
I thought this was an actual action. I'm
no,
sorry.
This
No,
this
it's
is
a reaction.
Yeah, this is a reaction. He picked up his friend and ran away. Trilak, your attack missed. Trevor, you can attack the runner. And Michael could only attack the unconscious guy, or the one who got picked up. You cannot attack the runner.
All right.
I'm attacking the runner, correct?
Yes, go ahead and roll for that. That'll
Yes.
hit. What was the damage?
Okay. So 13. And then since I hit him with my opportunity attack, for the rest of the turn, his speed is 0.
Okay.
Oh, so he didn't get that far.
Because of my sentinel.
Yeah, he did not get far, and now he stopped.
But he would have been stopped back here by Michael
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
because as soon as it hit.
Yeah.
because he would have got hit as he was running away.
Yeah.
That's why I was making sure which one I was smacking first.
Okay.
Oh shit, that was a good fucking roll.
Mm-hmm. It was.
I think that was everybody who wanted to try and attack. No, wait, Michael. You can still technically. Well, no, you can attack the unconscious. Yeah, because the unconscious guy was not moving of his own free will, so you can't attack him. Okay.
No.
Okay. Well, Michael, it is now your turn.
I'm pretty much going to speak to this guy in common and just go, would you please stop attacking now?
And he just sort of looks at you and snarls, in common, divine retribution will fall upon you, if not today, then the next.
I've already died once and spoken with Bahamut. You seeking out retribution now is against it.
You would use the name of my God in like that? You would blaspheme against him even further?
I have already spoken with him on this matter, and I am trying to gain redemption for what I have done. So you can stop now and go against him, or you could actually sit and listen for a while.
Okay.
Trevor looks very confused. Just
I'm going to say that roll a persuasion. Okay, he just sort of looks at his friend and they say something in Draconic to each other, but nobody is attacking you this round. Jeslyn, is now your turn.
I'm just I'm just going to move here and put my hands on my hips and glare at them.
Okay,
Instead
just
of
for the
little
record,
baby
you're what, like
just-
5'5"?
I am 5'4".
And this guy is about 6 foot, 300 pounds, and you're just gonna stand there and glare at him. I love.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, that just makes me happy.
Superman pose.
Okay. Try like it is now your turn.
I look at the one who's wounded.
They're both pretty wounded.
Yeah, like
They did not get too many hits against you guys.
Who is the most wounded?
The runner, the one in front.
All right. I reach out, touch his shoulder, and cast Cure Wounds on him.
what the fuck?
Okay. How much?
And
are you
as I do so, where's Cure Wounds? Ugh. Only doing it at first level.
Okay.
There. As I do so, I sort of like tighten my grip a bit on his shoulder and go, "Your god would not be pleased with your actions right now."
He looks at you.
Sit down.
I am working under my
Sit.
God's orders. Stand down, wolf. This
You
is
are
not your
outnumbered.
concern.
You kill me.
I kill you, and I am serving my lord.
No.
Okay,
No, you're
nobody's
not.
killing anybody.
We are not
Relax,
in your
back off.
city. This is divine retribution.
It is also a crime. You will pay for this crime, but you will not pay with your life. I look at Trevor.
Are you
Sit.
done?
This would.
'Cause
If you're asking if
technically,
I'm gonna
it's
press-
Trevor's turn right now. If we're still in
Yeah, go
initiative,
for it. Go for it. Yeah, go. Whatever Trevor's
if
going to
you
do.
guys
I'll
want to
wait.
leave initiative, we can.
It doesn't matter to me. I thought we were out of initiative.
That's why I'm double checking now. Because if you guys want to have a conversation, we'll drop initiative.
Michael
If
definitely
nobody's-
wants to talk, so.
If nobody's attacking, I say let's leave initiative.
Okay.
Mm.
When was the last time that you spoke with Bahamut?
They just glare at you, but they don't say anything.
I just kind of look at Michael and then look at the Dragonborn. What is it?
Look,
Freeze frame. Andy, would I have like manacles or something on me?
Yeah, that'd be a part of your standard gear.
Okay. Can I attempt to put them in manacles so they're secure for the moment?
They are not going to do that willingly. You'll have to force them both down.
Don't. Trevor, please don't. This is a conversation I need to have with them. It's not necessarily something to do.
Apparently, there's a lot of conversations that need to happen, but at this point, I need to do my job. And right now, they're illegally attacking people in my city. So,
They look at you. We left the city. We did not spill blood on the streets.
We're technically still within city limits.
my brother would consider
You
it the
want
city,
to
but
actually question the technicalities after what you've done?
okay,
I've already
okay.
spoken with Bahamut.
You
on it.
slaughtered our temple. The blood
I
of the
did not.
innocent is on your hands.
And I have already spoken with Bahamut on this, and I am trying to get redemption for that.
And every time you say
So-
his name, they growl at you.
Yeah, Michael gives two shits about them
Okay, how
drowning.
about we stop provoking paladins, I'm guessing? I'm going to go with yes. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say the way that they were getting hit. We're going to say that the tabard has come off, and you do say they are paladins of Bahamut.
Divine servants of... Fine. Michael, stop provoking them. Trilix, stop healing them. Please.
And while you're doing this, they're having their own little quick conversation in Draconic.
And you two shut it.
One of them raises a hand to you and says, "Perhaps I can help speed up this situation if you'll permit me to cast one spell. A truth spell."
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Okay.
I would like to
Truth
involve.
spell, kill us all spell, I don't know.
I'll also let you do the same, but okay. Trevor, he seems very upfront and honest. He's trying to resolve this as quickly as possible without getting into a fight with you personally. Trilek, you get the same impression. They are very honest about, wanting to cast this truth spell.
I look at Jesslyn real quick.
I just shrug.
One spell.
All right. And with that, he will cast Zone of Truth. If anybody wants to try to tell a lie, they need to make a charisma check.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
And that's what this one is trying to do.
Actually, you can choose to fail the save.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Automatically.
If you want to choose to fail the save, go right ahead. If you attempt to resist and you beat his check, he'll know it. But
I have nothing to hide.
okay, that's why I'm asking
Me
the
neither.
question. Okay, so the one who did not cast a spell will be the one to talk, just so that there's no implication that he's the one lying. And he turns to you, Trevor, and he says, "We were sent by the dragon god Bahamut to seek retribution against the one who caused the slaughter of the temple. Him," and he points directly at Michael. "He is the cause of what happened, not your brother, not an assassination attempt. Your brother was merely the instrument. He was the cause."
That doesn't sound like Bahamut.
Bahamut
offense.
wants justice. You would not know anything about that, would you?
Okay, there's no need to be nasty. I've not been nasty to you.
Well, you did throw magic at him. So,
When he came to attack us, yes.
So he's being aggressive, but he considers himself to be rather restrained in that he hasn't taken anybody's life yet.
Oh, well, he hasn't had a chance to.
But that's what he's saying.
I've already died once, and I've come back because he's brought me back.
Liar.
Because I have not actually.
He looks at his
the-
friend, sort of puts his hand on his shoulder and says something in Draconic, and his eyes go a little bit wide at that statement. And they're having another conversation back and forth in Draconic.
Michael just waits for them to finish.
Right? Yeah, in a moment they'll finish and they'll just kind of. They're glaring at you, but they still just.
I look at Michael.
If I die without avenging what's happened, without making right what's happened, then everyone who has already died dies without any real reason. I'm trying to prevent that, and I'm trying to make good what I've done wrong. Because the only thing that I want to do was to actually deliver justice for what was going down in the Punk District, and for what... Oh, God, what the hell is the Shadow Lord name, dude?
There was no way that he could have known that what he did would have resulted in what happened. And there's a difference in revenge and justice. You're looking for revenge.
I believe Trevor wanted to say something.
Go for it, Trevor.
I just want to look at Michael and just go, what did you do?
It's a very long story.
Well, we have time.
No, you know everything, Trevor. You know all about... Oh, what was her name?
Azir?
Yeah, you know about Azir.
That was him?
Yeah, I didn't know that it was going to cause the trouble that it was going to, but she was in the Punk District selling Rage. Victor's the one who's actually created Rage.
He believes everything he's saying, obviously.
I'm trying to get the info. I'm trying to work through things in a more lawful way now, to actually get the information together, get it to a justice of the peace, and get Victor put away, because it's tantamount to treason. He's using the Punk District as his own way of experimenting on the drug, refining it, and essentially killing off the Punk District. he's already killed people outside of the town doing this. He's now brought it in. It's one of the things that has brought one of our group here. Now, I'm not going to say who it is because I've not at liberty to discuss something so personal on that part. But
And Trevor,
Victor,
one of the paladins will turn to you and say, "This man invoked the name of our god in his quest for vengeance and caused the slaughter of innocents. What we are seeking is not retribution, it is justice that failed to fall upon him. Justice that our god commanded us to pursue. If we do not succeed today, others will come."
He's trying to make it right.
I've had a conversation with him about this.
You will stop using our god's name in vain, or anyone here or not, we will take your throat.
I haven't been using it in vain. If anything, Bahamut would have... If I had known what was going to happen, I wouldn't have done what I did. But
Your
knowing-
ignorance of a situation does not absolve you of your wrongdoings.
no, but dying for it already beforehand and then coming back because he's brought me back in order to redeem what's happened kind of does make it so that I'm not supposed to be killed right now unless I fail.
And this provokes another hushed conversation between them, as they know you're not lying, but what you're saying is, every time you say that, they start having a conversation amongst themselves.
There doesn't need to be more bloodshed. Unnecessary bloodshed. We're trying to prevent that.
And they will turn to you, Trevor, and say, "We will respect your authority, but we are willing to walk away from this right now. We would appreciate it if the criminal was in cuffs, in shackles, if we are to be in shackles."
Fuck you, Andy.
You're the one who wanted to play a guard.
I know.
So, I mean, you're always free to kill them and leave them here, but
Trevor, if you need some help on going through the moral dilemma on it, think on it like this. They're doing something because I've done something wrong, and I'm trying to make amends for it. By law, yeah, they have every right to do what they've just done. What should have been done through a trial, anyways. But standing here before them, I carry no ill will for what they've done. And if anyone should have charges pressed on their behalf, it would be myself, because the actions that they've taken have been against me, but I'm unwilling to press those charges.
I let him go.
all right, they will nod to you. They glare at Michael, but they will walk away without any sort of attempt to turn back and attack.
Great.
Just a fun little walk through the sewers.
So now what?
We continue on the kids.
Is everyone okay? Is anyone hurt? We do have potions.
Charlotte, you okay?
No.
Want to talk about it?
Not with you. And I turn around. We must continue. Those children must be in danger. Where to, Jocelyn?
We don't know if they're in danger or not. Let's just Can we try new stealth rolls since we've been in combat?
Sure. If you guys are going to leave that there, I'll let you all roll new stealth.
Hey! Oh, is Trevor at disadvantage?
Trevor's in play mail.
Is he in
Wait,
plate
am
mail?
I?
I think you're in half plate, but I don't remember your character exactly.
Half plate still has disadvantage. It's only if it's made out of mithril. If it doesn't,
Oh.
Michael, yeah, you're in half plate, aren't you? So you're at disadvantage.
I'm in mithril half plate.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I never specified, but I'm not gonna go meta. I don't fucking know what I have.
Okay.
I'm in half plate too.
I've only done work on my weapons.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm going to continue towards wherever I think the ratmen are.
Okay.
Listening for ratmen or children or anything.
I'll say you'll need to be walking slower, but if you want to make perception checks,
Sure.
you can do that because you're already walking slower, stealthing anyway.
7.
Nope. You kind of hear all the. It's been a long day. You're having a lot of trouble focusing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
Trevor, I'm going to say that as you get closer to the what they call, what Jesslyn will identify as the lair of the Ratmen, you're going to hear a few more sounds. Let me bring the players over to this map. Because when you walk in,
oh Jesus.
this is what you're going to walk into. Feel free to bring your icons over to this one. This is
Where are we coming in from?
this open door up here.
Top left.
Here?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get it to signal now. So yeah, you're able to push this door open, but this is essentially the court of the Ratmen. And you do see a group of kids. And obviously you see a lot of Ratmen. And this guy right here.
Right where?
I'm trying to do like standing next to the kids. I'm trying to do the blinking thing over.
Oh,
him.
okay.
He is. I know this icon is supposed to be like a dark dwarf, but he's actually like a small blue man on stilts.
Okay.
Like, legitimately on stilts?
He's on stilts to make him slightly taller. He's barely a head over the kids while wearing stilts.
Is he actually a rat man?
No,
or is he?
He's not a rat man. He's a small blue man.
Okay. Do I recognize any of them from my last encounter?
You were drunk, so no.
No, I was not.
With the rat man. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, in their rat form, a lot of times they look alike. So roll me. I'm gonna say investigation to see if you can recognize any of them.
10.
Rat men look alike.
Okay.
When you guys walk in, because you had to open the door, I guess I should have asked if you wanted to open the door. So
Sure.
we'll go back to that. Did you open the door and walk in?
I mean, I would have, if I heard something, I would have tried to peek in.
Okay.
But
Well, the door is a big, heavy one, so it pretty much creaked, and everybody just sort of stops and looks as you're walking in.
okay.
All right, does Michael recognize any of them from his fight in the first night that he was out and about?
The first time you faced the rat men,
Yeah.
then no, you definitely wouldn't, because you were up against a small grouping of them, but you wouldn't recognize anyone in particular because they were in the shadows watching.
Ah.
So as you walk in, though, like I said, you do see the kids over here. One of them does sort of turn and talk to the little blue man for a moment, and
So they look like they're there for their own free will. Like they're not tied up or anything.
no, they were
Okay.
there. In fact, they were probably eating or something when you came in.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this particular rat man will step forward and say, "You dare walk into our court?"
I'm gonna walk forward and hold my hands up and go, "Greetings, gentlemen. Just want to talk."
And I'm going to say this guy sort of walks up and whispers to him real quick. And he will turn to you and say, "What do you wish?"
Well, not long ago, talked to a few of your people. I'm looking around, like trying to get another like slow scan. I'm sure I don't recognize anybody, but I'm just kind of like looking around. And I believe that I gave the instruction for you all to lead good lives and be good citizens. And then I find out that you're sending children out to steal from people.
And there's a lot of whispering going on amongst them. And the bigger one that was first speaking will just look at you and say, "And who are you to command us, little woman?"
Never call her little. Never ever call her little.
The guy standing next to him does sort of give him a side eye at the word little. And
I'd like you to...
he'll just, the blue man just turns back to you. "Despite his wording, he is correct. You hold no sway over this court. Be gone before it becomes dangerous to be here."
I don't think so.
The big guy just sort of snarls at that.
Can I like take? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Can I like take a quick look out the room, around the rooms, be like, if they attack, can I like judge if can we handle this, or is this a little over our heads?
I'm gonna say if everybody were to attack, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're outnumbered a good 2 or 3 to 1 right now. I mean, you might survive, you might win. It's going to be a heck of a fight. And to your knowledge, other than the fact that they're were-rats living in the sewer, they haven't done anything that warrants being arrested. I mean, you know, intellectually, you know who and what they are, but,
Right.
you know, you haven't caught them doing anything, so...
Do the kids look remotely okay?
Yeah, I mean, they look like kids that live on the street. You know, they're a little dirty, but they're in shelter. They have food, and
They're not like in prisoners, or they don't look like they're imprisoned or anything?
no, there's nothing holding them here.
Okay.
Why are you sending children to do your dirty work?
We teach them a trade. Isn't that what masters do for their apprentice?
You taught them to steal from me.
He just sort of looks over at the kids, and one of them sort of nods. We don't tell them who to steal from. We ask them to bring back enough to pay for their room and board. And the little blue man just sort of turns and says, "Tavi, come here a moment." And this one comes up, and they have their own little whispered conversation. And he turns and says, "He says that you are offered to teach him to steal. How does that give you the moral high ground?"
Not us. One of our group. I actually...
That does not change anything, human. You are offered to teach them to steal. You don't have any way of judging my friend here for doing the same.
I do believe our wording was in such a way that they wouldn't get caught and killed.
Do they look dead to you?
They nearly ended up so.
If you killed them, then that would be your crime.
Not necessarily, but okay.
Sort of rolls his eyes at that.
But Michael, Miss Jeslyn and Trevor, may we leave? I don't think there's something we can do right now.
Listen to the werewolf. He's actually smarter than the rest of you.
I am
I
not
haven't
well.
said anything.
and you greatly misjudge my intelligence. Anyway, look, there's no need to fight. We do not need to shed blood here. The children, I can tell you, they look fine. They look fed and surprisingly well cared for their current situation. If we want,
Do any of the kids look to be more like older than the rest? That I can tell. Like,
the one that stepped up to them, he seems to be the oldest. I'm going to say he's probably around 15, 16.
I'm gonna look at him. Are you okay?
And he sort of looks down to the blue man, who nods at him.
No.
He's
Don't
already
tell him
got he's already gotten the okay to speak to you, so he's going to say, "We're fine."
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. 12.
He's definitely surprised because he's been made a center of attention, so it's a little hard to judge.
So, you have these children as your slaves? Is that what this is?
They're apprentices. There's not much of a difference.
And the leader rat man just sort of glares at you. Again, they tell us you were just making them the same offer. You wanted to make them your slaves?
I was not. So, no, that's not true.
Then why are you here questioning our charges?
I am here to check on their well-being. I had plans to teach them things and to help them maybe obtain paying jobs that don't require committing crimes. I want to make sure that they're taken care of.
They are not your children.
they are not yours either.
They came to us and asked for our sanctuary. So yes, they are our charges. Now walk away before we decide to take you all.
Can I step up by Jesslyn real quick?
Sure.
Just be like, usually I'm not one to run, but we are a little outnumbered, and I can force fates for children. They technically haven't done anything wrong. Except attempted robbery, but that's a given. Is it ideal? No, but it could be worse. And again, we're pretty outnumbered. I'm good, but not that good.
Michael just kind of leans over to Trevor and whispers something in his ear.
Well, if you would like to share that with the rest of us.
I mean, if you want me to use my imagination, that's fine.
I mean, as the DM, I sort of need to know what you say.
He goes,
We're, just because we're kind of outnumbered doesn't mean that few of us don't have a couple tricks up our sleeves. But yeah, at this point, I'd rather
There's
really
no
not traumatize.
justification in causing an issue.
No, exactly. That's why I'm pretty much quite chill about this. Let's just go.
all right. And I'm going to look at the boy. My offer still stands.
And the little blue man just says, next time, please call ahead so we can provide a more suitable atmosphere for discussing things that aren't your concern. Farewell.
Hey.
Farewell.
If you could give us an address or maybe a phone number, we could do that.
Okay, we're leaving.
He said call. He said call. Where did we get phones? Sorry. And we're heading out, yeah.
I am backing up. I'm keeping my eyes locked on the boy.
Okay. I mean, he's not looking directly at you because, again, he's been made the center of attention, and that's a little uncomfortable for them.
Can I give a little glance over at the rest of the kids and see if any of them look particularly like they seem stressed out, or like they seem like they might want to come with me or something?
I'll go ahead and let you do an insight check on the whole group.
Okay. That'll probably be crap again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
9.
This is like very unusual, so everyone's just in a state of shock. You're not really getting any reading off anybody.
All right. All right.
Okay, so you're heading back to the streets then?
Yep.
Okay, I'll move us back over to that particular map. But, as soon as I get this thing to quit jumping all over the place. Okay.
Who's up for dinner?
Yeah.
Today has been particularly bad. I will pay for everyone.
I have I need to go work on.
Sorry for your wasting your time, Trevor. I think I'm gonna go back to the manor.
Okay.
And Trevor, if you've gotten any things that need to be done for the guard, just you know where to call.
I'm walking away.
Later. Alright, so where are we going off to?
I went back to the manor.
Okay.
Alright, I'll follow then. Try you want any food?
I'm fine.
All right. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to do?
Pretty sure Tralak wanted to have a talk with Michael, I thought.
No, he didn't want to talk with me about it. He wanted to talk with somebody else.
I thought he wanted. We were tabling the discussion he was trying to have on the street until we were in a more private setting.
Yeah.
Did I mistake?
No, there were other things that got brought up in the sewer as well, though. And then when Michael tried to talk about it in the sewer, Tralak said, "Not with you."
Well, let's get back to the manor then and see what happens then, if
Okay.
anything.
I know there's nothing you see on the streets. Is a normal day going back.
Jesselyn's quiet. She's very contemplative.
I pull out my lute and start playing as we walk along the city paths.
All right, go ahead and give a performance check for that, just for fun.
Nothing. There you go.
24.
Okay, you're playing. I think because you're a particularly dense man, you're probably playing a very happy tune.
No,
Well-
I'm not playing a particularly happy tune. I'm just playing a very, 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 slightly
Funeral march?
nonchalant. No, not a funeral march. Not that freaking intuitive.
Whatever you're playing, you're doing it very well. So just
Yeah.
describe the music if you want.
It's a very slow, sort of somber, not a funeral march, not a song of joyfulness, but more like a song of the everyday man. Just very somber, reminiscing on whatever anybody around would have been doing for the day, and sort of.
Well, you're drawing a fair amount of attention because you're playing. A lot of people are now looking at you as you pass by.
Even when doing something so innocent, attract a lot of attention.
It's what's sort of the curse of having talent.
It definitely is a curse.
Yeah. Yeah, don't. Yeah. Believe me, I've learned very well from this, especially over the past little while. It's cost me a lot, and I've got a lot at stake, still at stake. So run up to a street corner to play for just a few moments while everybody else catches up.
Okay. I mean, nothing special happens because you just sort of run up and play for a couple of minutes, and
I woke up next to Jeslyn.
Mm.
I'm sorry if I seemed hostile earlier, or I seemed intrusive.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Before we entered the sewers.
Hmm.
Well, the discussion I wanted to have pretty much happened.
The discussion you wanted to have happened? I don't understand what you were even saying. Let's just wait to get... What? No, not again in the street. Let's get to the house.
Understood.
I'm going to stay quiet and avoid all conversation until we get to the house.
okay,
And inside, closed doors.
okay. Yeah, Trevor, you're able to make your report with no problem. If there's anything you want to add, we can do that a little later on. But
Okay, I was just gonna message you something, but it's not. It's
Okay.
not like right now. So
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
In that case, we'll stay with these guys back at the
yeah,
manor.
that's totally fine.
So Michael opens the door for everybody into the house, and then just puts his loot down at the end, like if there's a place for it to be hung up, like as if it was a coat, and then heads on in himself.
I don't think that there's a loot rack because this wasn't built by musicians, so. But
We shall have to correct this if it gets permission. But yeah, he'll still carry around the loot then and still play it very nonchalantly, like as if it's just random strummings making out a sort of light tune.
okay.
Okay, well, we're inside now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Trilak, what were you even... I don't even know what you were going on about out there. What...
When you first went missing, I went to acquire help at my temple.
Mm-hmm.
That is when you got the message. We had regrouped the temple. Viserys then thought to message you, in which we got a reply. But during the time that me and Miss Rihanna were alone, she informed me of your intentions with, well, not specifically yours, her intentions with Victor. The happenings at the temple. Asir. She informed me. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that I now know. As to prevent any sort of mistrust.
Okay.
Charlie goes to say something and he stops himself and... It has been a long day. If anyone would like to see me or the kittens, Please come knock. I am at the room furthest to the right.
Why don't you bring the kittens into the kitchen? We can feed them.
They are messy. Very messy. I'd
They're
like
kittens.
to... Yes, and they are surprisingly messy. That is my first thought.
Yes, and we have like thousands. Ooh, how many unseen servants do we have that can clean up? That can help us clean up?
Well,
Don't worry about it, man.
You don't have an exact count, so...
So Michael's saying thousands. He could technically be correct just because of ignorance.
With Michael, I'm going to say he believes most of what he says anyway.
This is true. There are literally thousands here, I think. They could help us clean. Don't worry about it, man. Well, just as long as we like actually clean up after ourselves, I think Viserys would be fine with it.
Then I will go grab the kittens, if that is fine with you.
That is fine with me. On an out of character thing, I have to go check up on my son real fast.
Okay. In that case, Trevor, do you want to jump over to what you were going to do?
I guess.
Yes, that's a yes.
Yeah. All right, so you'll walk into the captain's office. He's filling out reports as he normally would do at the end of the day. Did you have something to report, Lieutenant?
Unfortunately.
He leans back, much as I am doing.
I shut the door. I was in the sewers investigating a concerned civilian, and there was a...
It's just a report about the monsters in the sewer again. I've told them that we are not going to pursue some crazy man's theory.
Dragonborn assassins, Randy.
Okay.
They're apparently wanting revenge for the temple. Not against you,
Against
but
you?
the person that against the culprit.
The Temple of Bahamut was the culprit. Start at the beginning.
This is Danny thinking.
Okay.
Again, I was investigating some concerns. They came, brief altercation, then there was conversation, and not with me, but with said suspect, and they said they were ordered by Bahamut to seek revenge of the culprit that caused what happened at the temple for misusing their god.
If your reports don't get better than this, I'm demoting you. So what
Well,
you're
I'm trying to
saying...
leave the boring parts out.
Well, the boring parts are the details I think I need. If I understand this correctly, you were in the sewers investigating. That's fine. I understand that. And you come across Dragonborn attacking people in the sewers. They claimed that they were working on behalf of their god. And you slew them?
Yes.
You arrested them? So they're dead.
They would not cease their attack.
And you arrested them.
They were taken care of. They would not come willingly.
So you killed them and left them in the sewers.
Yes.
We should send someone to collect their bodies then. The
I
High
can put someone
Inquisitor
on
can
it.
probably get more information out of them since you apparently did not bother to collect anything during your investigation.
I just repeated what they told me.
And what they told you was that they were seeking justice on behalf of their god.
Yes.
What happened to the person they were attacking?
He ran off. I have a description I can give.
Okay. Fill out a full report. Have somebody go to collect the bodies. We will see if the High Inquisitor can get anything from their carcasses.
Yes, sir.
And next time, have your information straight before you bring it to me. I do not have time to question you on every little detail. Dismissed.
I leave.
Okay.
Oh, Trevor.
Hey, don't tell me you're going to go talk to him and then, lie or try to leave out every single detail.
The only thing I was trying to leave out was Michael.
Yeah, but your explanation was, I came across some people being assaulted, and then you
That
left
was
it.
Danny.
Yeah. Well, when you're talking in character, I still have to react in
I know.
character. All right, is Matt back?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys want to go back to your conversation then? Or will you guys wrapping up?
Matt was already here. It was
Oh,
Michael who went away.
That's right. Is Michael back?
I don't think so. He's being a daddy.
Yeah, okay. That's sort of important. Okay, we'll give him just another minute. So, Trevor, how do you want to go about your falsified report?
Delicately.
I'm going to say that, because I sense you need a little bit of help with this, so I'm going to say that if you were to send anybody down, do you send anybody down to collect the bodies? Because you can fill out a report based on the information you gave him, that's fine.
Right.
If you actually want to send somebody, you can either talk to a friend who may or may not be willing to say that they checked and didn't find any bodies where you said they were left, or you could just send somebody who will not find any bodies where you said they were left. You already know people's opinion on walking around the sewers,
Right.
so I'll let you.
I know. I like the first one, and that would be something he would probably do first. But is there anybody he's that close to?
Well, I mean, you're pretty well respected among most of the guards, and you could probably that this job would go to one of the lower ranking ones.
Right.
It's going to go to a nobody. So,
But how many people respect him more than they fear his brother?
Right. Like, who's willing to
well,
understand that I need them to lie for?
technically, they won't be lying if they say that they went to where you described and found nothing. You might owe them a couple of good bottles of whiskey for it.
I can handle that.
Or, they might call in another favor depending on how you roll this persuasion. So, go ahead and give me a
Okay.
persuasion roll. We won't play out the whole conversation.
That's fine.
At least give
Am
me...
I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to jinx myself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, your persuasion beats their, so they'll just say, all right, I will make the trek down there just to say that I didn't find any bodies, but you owe me for this.
Understood.
Okay. So later that night, there will be a report that there were, they found, they couldn't find any bodies down in the sewer. That's not exactly unheard of because it's a sewer and things live down there, and besides the rat men.
Right.
So you might get a little bit of a glare from your brother for delaying your report, but technically you didn't exactly delay it too much. You could have been a little more timely in that. You know, had you remembered to bring your sending stone, you could have called somebody and stood over the bodies until they were there, or you could not go wandering off by yourself when that's frowned upon. Especially with the fact that there was another murder last night, and now guards are encouraged to work in groups. That includes you, Lieutenant. But that's encouraged, not required. And since Kyle is back, we will jump back over to the Goldleaf Manor if you guys want to do anything else.
I have no clue what's happened since I've been gone, so...
It was a conversation between Trevor and his brother, so don't worry about it. You can still be back at Goldleaf Manor having the conversation you were having.
Okay, so if Drylac wants to get myself involved in this, I'll still be like right off to the edge of those of him and Jeslyn just playing my lute.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding.
It sounds like everybody's conversations are wrapped up, so unless anybody wants to do anything that evening, we'll go.
I'm going to disguise myself and then try to make some cash by playing the local pubs.
Okay, give me a disguise roll, and then we'll do a performance. Okay, what kind of disguise were you going for, just out of curiosity?
One-eyed Pete.
Okay.
Makes the monocle look like as if it's an eye patch.
Okay, I'm going to say with that particular disguise, you're probably going to want to aim for more of the sailor bars. There's plenty of them around, because after all, this is a port city. So
I'll definitely do that.
Give me a performance roll.
Oh, seriously?
I mean, you do okay. You'll get about 10 silver and a handful of copper at the end of the night.
So like 5 copper then?
10 silver and 5 copper.
Ah, okay. So if
Okay.
wants to talk.
Yeah, we'll let you have that. We'll say you did that after this conversation. That'll just be whatever at the end of the night.
All right,
Please
cool.
go back to that.
So
I will walk over to Michael. Michael, can I have a word with you in private?
yes, you may.
And I walk upstairs to my room.
Michael stops playing and follows upstairs.
I lock the door. When I first met you, I thought you were just a traveling bard who wanted to hear a good story or two. That is what I thought. A cheerful young man wanting to see the world and share stories. Then on that same day that I met you, you immediately get in trouble with the gods by impersonating the captain. At that point, I thought you were just a prankster, someone who was, just doing a little bit of a joke that went a bit too far. I was going to push that aside. Then came the following events. You and Miss Sienna attempting to steal from a guard, which getting arrested, to which I had to intervene.
So that was you at the fog.
Yes, and I fear that's why I feel that the repercussion of that is why we are not foci outside. And for that, I do take responsibility. But know that it was to prevent you from being arrested for a very foolish action.
I've already died for a
Hold my
very...
hand up. I'm not finished. After a few days, I thought that would be the end of our troubles. That you were just someone who spoke their mind a bit too often. Then I heard that you were going to a meeting. Of what type, I did not know, and I did not want to question because that was your privacy. I did not want to intrude. Then I saw the stress that you caused Miss Cheslin before you came home. And then he sort of shakes his head. The things that you said to her were very out of order. And for whatever reason you thought would be a good idea to say them, it is beyond me. I don't even think Thor knows why you said the things you did. So, at that point, my opinion of you was lowered, as you did show a lot of disrespect towards a fellow friend, and the way you act towards each other. Family. But I was willing to put that aside also, because it is not my affair. I do not know the way you act around each other, for I have not been with you long. Then, Miss Cheslin went missing. She left, which caused me great distress and worry, because I see her in me. She wants peace. She wants to be kind. She doesn't want bloodshed, as proven by today. On the first day that Miss Cheslin went missing, I went to the temple, and whilst there, Miss Rihanna had a bit of an emotional moment. She was under a lot of stress and worry for Miss Cheslin's well-being. She told me everything about her connections to Victor, about the events at the temple, and the causes of that tragic event.
Now, let me speak in my defense, because I have had a lot of from your side. Now, I can understand your frustration with me, and I can understand that you have an issue with how I act. But at the same time, I have a lot to lose here. And Miss Cheslin is one of those people that I don't want to lose. And if pushing her away a bit keeps her from the pain associated with very, very likely to happen death, then I will take that. I will be the bad guy in that moment. But my actions when it came to the Temple of Bahamut, I could not predict how Victor was going to react on that. My actions there were, yes, foolish, but at the same time, I wanted to push the fact that what Victor is doing, what the Crown is doing, is very much not justice. It is tyranny. They are a tyrant. They are not acting. Yeah. So I did not predict what would happen to happen. especially since in what I had done, I had my own face showing in what I had done to Asmir. So I expected them to actually go after me, not to go after the Temple of Bahamut, because they would have seen the truth of the actions through either the head of Asmir or whenever, and I didn't expect them to actually do this, they resurrected her for her to actually tell what had happened. Because they know me. They have arrested me without just cause. Everything that I have been through is because the king plans to marry my ex-wife, and that puts my child into a very dangerous predicament. So my actions are because of their actions towards me. It is a reaction. But I am incredibly sorry for what happened to the Temple of Bahamut. So much so that when I spoke with him myself, I apologized for it. There is no way I could have predicted what had happened, but I take full responsibility for that. I'm trying to atone for it. I am trying to make sure that when I do go, because there's no way of going on without about the actions that we're taking without some bloodshed, and I expect that fully to be my own, that it doesn't leave gigantic wound scars for somebody that everybody saw as a very good person. Because as you can tell from your very first initial thoughts of me, because each thought that you've had is actually very true to the core of me. I am all of those things. A person can be all of those things. And I do want to experience the world. I do want to travel the world. I want to know the exact cultures of your people. I want to know exactly what's going on here. But most of all, I want to correct what is going on here. And I want to prevent the death of my own family. And that might mean the death of myself. So to constantly have from every angle that I am doing something wrong when I already know it and I'm trying to correct it, and in some ways that does mean being the bad guy. It is proselytizing to acquire. And it's not actually something that you yourself have the right to question, to really go after me on. The people who had the right to go after me, I spoke with tonight in the sewer. Now, my actions after you met me that caused you to be in danger, and I did warn you beforehand, and Rihanna did warn you beforehand, that we're actually quite a random and dangerous group to be around, but you'd be very welcome. That's your own actions. And yes, I'm sorry that it's happened in this way, but the choice was always yours to take in this regard. And I'm sorry that my forewarning was not as clear as it could have been, that I haven't taken as responsible for yourself or those around me as you yourself deem I should be. But at the same extent, I am trying to prevent actions that I have seen go through from happening. And to a small extent, I've already prevented that. But on the greater whole, I'm trying to prevent them from ever happening again. I do see that this group needs leadership that is not myself. I've acknowledged this to Raina myself. We need somebody who can actually lead us. I don't think it's going to be you. I don't think it should be Jeslyn. I think it should probably either be Raina, Trevor, once we get a bit more trust in him, or Vasir. But
Oh my god, it should not be Raina.
You're not there.
Just hear from the other side.
No offense, Carrie, but no.
but
Hey, I'm the
Michael used
DM and I
his voice
agree,
in the
but
back of his head.
we're not there, so.
But in this regard, if you're going to chase me on actions that I have already spoken to the very deity himself on, and I have expressed and made clear my unwavering sorrow that my actions caused the deaths that they have, then you're barking up the wrong tree on this one. And that is a bad turn of phrase on that, but it's the best one that I've got on this.
Jarlath nods. You have said a lot. If you truly...
Yes, if I truly am.
I understand that you don't want people to remind you of your actions, and you want to make it clear that you're trying to prevent further destruction. And you can continue to say sorry. You can tell me as many times as you want that you spoke to the god and you feel such sorrow. Those people are dead. That is it. They are dead. I am sure you are very aware. They are dead. And you know, and I can sense that you do feel sorrow for their deaths. What I was trying to get at before you began rambling on was that Bahamut may forgive you for what you did to his temple. But should the same fate come to mine at your hand, Thor will not be so forgiving. This is not a threat. This is a warning from a man, a wolf, who has studied, who serves this god. He does not forgive easy.
Your thoughts on the matter are very well noted, but your thoughts on myself and how I have learned are very short of the mark, because I will not be doing that ever again. And for you to have this conversation where you feel that it is necessary to warn me again shows that you do not have faith in my ability to learn, let alone my ability to not to meddle in that way again. Which, yes, I can see why, but at the same time, the consequences of my actions and what I did, I think you would have to be truly insane to want to go through that same path again. And I may be random, and I may be quite sporadic in my nature, but I do not follow the same path twice on that. It has happened once, it will not be happening again.
If you say so. Jarlath was sitting there just looking down on him. Conversation is over. I stand up. I open the door.
And I walk out.
All right. I am going to say that, on your way out, if you, like there's a mirror or a window, just for a brief instant, you do catch the glimpse of a silver dragon looking back at you.
I wave.
Try like he's waving at the window.
You have to be insane, he says. Right.
That's your first thought? Your first thought isn't to actually look out the window and see if somebody's there? It's a window, dude.
I heard he was like waving at open window.
You just said he was waving at the window, and you automatically assume he's insane because he's waving at the window.
Do I see anyone there?
Make a perception check.
Oh, God damn it, I got my thing over, damn it. Right. Was it perception?
Yeah, perception.
Where is it? There it is.
There's nobody standing outside that you can see.
In insane, he says. Right before waving at window.
There's somebody out there. Don't expect you to see them. Bye.
And about that time, Jeslyn, downstairs, you do hear a ringing that there's someone at the front gate. Since he always keeps that locked, we're going to say that there's some sort of, doorbell style magic that they can, when there's somebody needs to come into the house.
It's like a gate. He wants to be buzzed in.
Yes, exactly.
Do I need to actually go outside physically to the gate?
It is a password, so yeah, you will need to go outside to open the gate.
I'll be right back. And I'll leave and go out to the gate.
Okay. All right, we'll stay with you on that because they can have heard you if they chose to. We won't really worry about a roll on that.
Okay, I go to the gate. What do I see? Is there I see anybody at the gate?
Inky.
I'm gonna say, are you at the gate?
I hope so.
Okay. I hope so too, because that's what I was basing all this on.
I'm not gonna ding dong ditch him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun.
Trevor is there at the gate. Trevor, if you want to still be in uniform, or you can be in civilian
I was
clothes.
not going to be.
So you're in civilian clothes?
He's
Yes.
naked.
Okay.
Hello.
Even he doesn't rank that high that he can walk around like that.
I will. I'll say the password.
Okay.
So the gate will open. Come in.
I can't with you, Jen.
Yeah, we need to give the player a moment.
I'm here. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll let him in. What are you doing here?
I needed to think about something else for a while.
Is something wrong? I mean, besides we were in the sewers and it was gross, and there were children in the sewers, living in the sewers with rat people. And okay, I understand. Yeah, come on in. We can. Do you want some dinner or something, or a snack, or you just come in and have a seat, or just come on in.
Sure.
I'll let you in time.
Okay.
Shut the door. And then stand there and look awkward.
Can Michael walk through the living room playing his lute?
Sure.
Let's do that. Yeah, he's just walking about the house playing his lute.
Okay.
So, I mean, is there something wrong?
You and your friend should be alright for a while.
What do you mean?
I handled the reports about what went on.
I'm just looking at him like I need more information.
His brother
What's a
was too.
dragon? With the Dragonborn.
What did you tell him?
I kept you and your friends out of it. Other than that,
Very awkward because Michael's playing romantic music and I'm just fidgeting.
do you want to get a drink?
I think Frick's got a new brew that he was working on downstairs. If you guys want anything,
I just look at Trevor when he says that.
Wasn't that the same thing that kept you in bed for the past 3 days?
no, that was a green dragon steak.
I thought that was the first day. The other two, your friend was fixed.
No, that was sweet enough stuff to give me diabetes, but he was trying to cure me of the poison.
In truth, it's probably questionable which one was really the cause.
In Michael's head, it's still the Green Dragon
Okay.
mistake.
Jesse, you better hurry and come back, or we're just going to ruin Frick by making him an old-style pharmacist.
He's not giving me prairie oysters yet. That's the good sign.
Okay, well, we were left on a question, so let's...
Okay, can you give me a few minutes to get cleaned up?
Of course.
Thanks. I'm gonna run upstairs to pretty myself up.
Okay. I won't, make you do a roll unless you absolutely have to do a roll to gussy up.
Nope.
Okay.
I was waiting a yes, I'm not gonna lie.
You want to? Okay, what kind of roll is it?
I'm gonna say let's go with performance. Anything charisma based.
I mean, I have persuasion. I have proficiency in that. Let me just do a charisma check.
Yeah.
16.
Okay. That's nice looking.
Thanks, Andy.
I mean, you describe it. It's your character, and you did well. So.
Honestly, she probably just cleaned herself up and put her hair up and made sure she had decent clothes on. Nothing fancy or nothing.
Okay.
She's just, not looking like a slob.
That sounds like a 16. You put on, cleaner clothes and fix your hair.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good 16.
Made sure my breath was nice.
Okay.
Michael just looks from her to his bag and then back to her. He's just like, got some makeup if you want some help.
What? I need help? What's wrong with my face? Is there something wrong with my face?
No, it's just in case you wanted some help.
Do I need help? Do I look horrible? Oh my god. I run back upstairs.
Oh God!
I thought I had lady issues.
This is why I've only had
that?
one.
I spent another 10 minutes trying to perfect everything.
Okay.
This is why I've only had one significant other in all of my life.
You can do a roll with advantage since you're spending 10 minutes on this.
There we go. I do put on makeup, but it is nice makeup. It is not hooker makeup. I'm not trying to wear hooker makeup.
She got her nicest dress out. Put on,
No, I'm not wearing no dress.
Okay, whatever your one of the nicer outfits you have available to you.
Yes.
Just the right amount of makeup to highlight her features.
Yeah, my nice pouty lips and my amethyst blue purpley eyes. And my hair is all nice. Okay. Now I head back downstairs very slowly, and I'm kind of like.
It's the princess walking down the stairs into the foyer entrance.
She looks very self-conscious, like, oh my god.
Meanwhile, we're probably in the weird, why did you say that conversation?
Well, no, she looked like as if she just wanted something like makeup-y, and I've got some, and she looked good, but at the same time...
He says this while he's becoming One-Eyed Pete, by the way. He started making himself look like One-Eyed Pete. So I just want to put that into context.
Charlock will come out of him. Okay, I admire you wanting to make the house smell nicer, but please, my nose cannot take any more of that perfume. And I looked down at Gislin. Oh, Miss Gislin. Trevor?
Oh my god, is it too much? I'll be right back. I'm back upstairs.
Okay, people. This has been going on for 10 minutes now. Let them get out the house.
Never! Your ears are too loud. Your hair is not 1 millimeter to the left. I'm joking.
Eventually, I will leave with Trevor.
And never come back, I assume.
It's starting to look that way.
Oh, okay. You finally do leave. Whatever bar you want to go to. If it's one that we've already seen, something different. Trevor, you are the most knowledgeable of the town. You know where to go.
Someplace nice where that they can have a private conversation.
Okay.
Corner
I'm gonna-
table.
I'm gonna guess that you don't go to one of the more you probably go to one of the more modestly priced ones because, I mean, unless you just want to go to
I mean, not crazy, but somewhere that's
like
pleasant.
a North Galt bar, not an Upper Dill bar.
He wants to take her to Applebee's.
No, we're gonna go to Olive Garden.
Okay, Olive Garden.
No. You never take somebody to Olive Garden. Ever.
Hey, you're not there, okay? Let them go.
Carrabba's.
Much more respectable.
I have a list of bars if you people don't pick something and get this conversation going.
I just said, let's go to Carrabba's.
Okay. You're there. Just
He's
quit
gonna
arguing
kill me.
about restaurants, people. That's my request.
All right, so we go and get a table or something, I assume.
Okay.
Well, today was horrible.
Yes.
I don't know what I was thinking, what I expected to happen. I'm not.
I know what I was expecting, and it sure wasn't anything other than Retman.
You talking about the Paladins?
Yeah.
I still don't feel good about those children down there.
Well, like I said, it could be worse. At least down there, they're remotely protected from Victor. Somewhat, maybe.
You think so?
Better than living in the punk district.
I
I
guess
will
so.
say, just because I didn't really describe the layer, is this wasn't like a place filled up with trash. It looks like, a cavern that was carved underground.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance to it just happens to be in the sewer, so. Okay, please continue. I just felt like I needed to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah, like they could be out living, on the docks, living off of fish bone.
No, you're right. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. And you're right. They weren't doing anything wrong. They haven't messed with us since the last time when they threatened Frick. And I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm not saying it's ideal, but it could be worse for him.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel lost. I feel like I want to protect everybody, and I don't even know. I don't know how to do it. I don't feel like I'm protecting anybody. I'm not doing any good.
Welcome to my life. But like I said, you and your friend should be alright for a while.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, it was mostly for your sake. You seem attached to your folks, so.
I thought about going back home.
Why haven't you? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't know. I guess I keep hoping to make a difference, but I don't know.
It's a pretty common phrase.
I want to make a difference, and I feel like I keep failing at everything.
Sometimes you just have to understand that you're not going to save everyone or make everyone happy. And stick to those that really matter. Was that help? I don't know. I don't know if I'm helping.
I know what you're saying. We should get drinks.
I did invite you out for drinks, sister.
Yeah.
Not for dour conversation.
I'm sorry.
And I should apologize.
Can we get a waitress?
You're able to go up to the bar. This isn't quite nice enough that they're gonna, come around to you guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
I thought you were taking me to Applebee's.
Okay, fine. A little gnomish waitress comes over.
This is White Castle on Valentine's Day.
Someone will come over to take your order then, if you need it to be that impressive.
Sure.
I just look at Trevor. I'm letting him order for me.
What was the thing she was drinking at the other bar?
I don't know if we ever gave it a name, but it was a really strong drink. It was basically shots.
Okay.
I'm
We'll
gonna,
get it like something like that, but like on the rocks drink style. Like not trying to get stupid drunk, but be a little numb.
Yeah, right.
um,
Your true intentions are coming out.
I'm gonna say, why don't you just order a nice elvish wine?
I like wine. Wine's good.
I do like wine.
All right, they'll bring you a couple glasses.
Thank you.
I will pay for it.
We're gonna say that this would be like 5 silver for this particular one.
Okay. You're not even here, you weirdo.
Did you guys?
I'm gonna start
you guys
calling
follow
you
us?
Carrie.
Yeah,
They
if you
followed
two
us.
followed, you're gonna need to do some stealth rolls
Oh my god.
because
Oh
you
my
did not
God.
tell me you were following.
No, we were having fun out of character where we
Okay,
were trying to
well-
comment on it like as if it's you remember what is it? Blind Date from like the from the late 1990s to the early 2000s with the pop-up bubbles.
Oh god. That's so horrible.
Okay, so continue. If you can, after all this.
What are you looking for? I mean, like you say you want to protect people, and I don't know. I don't know where everyone's head is. There's so much going on. I don't know. What do you want?
As in, life goal 5 years from now, 2 days from now.
What do you want
General.
within the city? What do you want to happen? What do you want to happen within the city? With what's going on? Do you have goals, or are you just taking things day by day?
Honestly, I want. It's probably weird to say, but I just want peace. It's my home. I mean, yeah, we're not at war anymore, but there's still so many people that are broken and families that are destroyed by it. My own included.
Are your
I
parents
want-
around?
No.
Sorry.
I mean, it's not like it's a tender subject. My father died a soldier, and my mother died having me. So,
That's awful.
it's not all unheard of. The city's pretty much been at war since it was built.
I'm just sorry you didn't know her.
Me too. I mean, there's a picture of her, but
Do you have it with you?
no, it's a painting.
Oh, of course. Is your
Sorry.
That's me.
is your brother coming after us?
No. He doesn't really go after people. He handles things for the king. This situation I've handled hopefully for a while, but honestly the ones you probably want to look out for is Victor. Especially with Azir being back, and now me knowing what I know, I would tread carefully.
I had nothing to do with that, just so you know. I should have
believe
spoke
you.
out more. I was horrified. It was honestly that was the first situation like that I'd ever been involved in, and it was horrible. And I think I've been lost ever since, if I'm being honest.
I can understand that.
I don't know what to do. I really don't. I feel like I'm not doing any good for anybody. I think I'm just in the way.
I think you've been getting one recently, but everyone else I've been acquainted with has their own opinions, and they're pretty stuck in them. You have your own, but from what I've seen, you don't make them known loudly, or as loudly as they do. Does that make sense?
I'm not as vocal, yes.
You could, quite honestly, you could be a voice of reason. You could be the...
That requires people to listen to me.
Make them listen to you.
I don't know how to do that. I mean, I don't know that I have anything worthwhile to say.
Well, you've been keeping my attention, and I can honestly say that's moderately difficult to do.
I blush.
That sounded weird. What I'm meaning to say is, you can have a way with words. You just have to make people listen and respect you. There's ways aside from throwing a chair at them. That usually worked in my house, but
That's another thing. I find myself getting so angry lately. And it's not me.
People in particular, situations.
I don't know. I guess people.
Do you think people underestimate you? And maybe they don't respect you because of that?
I don't know if they underestimate me. I mean, you heard tonight. Apparently, I'm scary.
And unhinged and dangerous when angry and a few other things.
Maybe I am.
I think you have potential hidden, and not the potential to be a scary person, but somebody who people should respect. Just have to find whatever that talent is, I guess.
I guess so. I'm sorry. God, you did not invite me out here for this gloomy conversation.
It could be worse.
I'm sorry. I can't talk to anybody else.
You know, maybe that's another thing. You apologize a lot. Maybe just stop
Do I?
apologizing.
I just don't want to be a burden.
Well, sometimes you have to be to get people to see you. I'm not saying, go up and get in somebody's face and be like, look at me. But, don't be so quiet. Voice your opinions. Make sure that they hear your opinions, and then assert yourself in a way that they respect it. That's what I was taught in training.
I guess I'll try.
I mean, the first step to other people respecting you is you have to have respect for yourself.
I used to.
What stopped it?
I don't know. I guess when I stopped knowing my place.
What did you think your place was? If you don't mind me asking.
As a servant?
Well, you don't have to be a servant to a person anymore. You could be a servant to the people, a servant to the faithful, or whatever calls you.
Okay.
There are ways to be a servant without being in servitude. God, I hope that makes sense.
It did. I'll think about it. I'll take that into consideration.
What's a
One day
goal
we'll-
you have? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. I don't know anymore.
Why are you in the city? What brought you here? Your friends?
No, I didn't know they were here, and I only knew the one, and he was a surprise. I needed to get away. I just wanted to get away, and met with some people, traveled together, ended up here.
It's a fair story.
It's a boring story.
I've heard worse. Actually, mine's worse. I mean, I was born here. That's it.
I miss my mom.
Is she around? Do you write?
I haven't tried to write.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, you're right.
Sometimes hearing from somebody you haven't spoken to in a while might revitalize you. Or I could be blowing smoke out my ass. I mean,
No, I think you're right. I think I need to hear from her. One day we'll have a happy conversation.
we usually do when we visit my friend.
Me too. Yeah, we should get him a new book.
I'm sure he's read through that one by now.
Maybe a few times. Maybe I should get him a new tea set. Maybe we should try to swap out for his cursed tea set so he doesn't try to poison us every time we're there. That would be
I've
nice.
tried. He somehow always ends up back with it. I don't. I'm pretty sure.
Must be an attunement item.
I know it has been weird. You think I speak to him more than I do to other people in my life.
I don't think it's weird. He's interesting.
I honestly don't think I could ask for a better friend.
That's good. That's good you have that. Yeah, listen, Trevor. And then a little fairy pops up next to you. Oh, Andy, we can't hear you. You're muted.
I'm sorry, that was my boss texting me.
No, I was just saying that a small child is yelling at her mom on the other side of the restaurant.
Oh.
Just no headset. Okay. I might be going in later tomorrow, which is fine. But anyway.
Okay.
So, fucking phone of mine. There is one thing I think I can share with you.
That parent is just not giving her daughter any attention.
Would you please listen to her? What is it?
I can't. I'm not allowed to turn my phone silent. Sorry.
It's okay. It's funny.
So. Anyway,
You were going to share something.
stop messaging. Anyway. My brother isn't your guys' enemy. I don't know if everybody sees that, but there's a common enemy between everyone, and that's in... I don't know Michael's goals. I don't really know why he's here. I kind of understand why your friend...
Did you say who the common enemy was? Because if you did, you cut out.
I didn't. I was getting to it. I was... I agree with you and your friends that Victor poison.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't handle it by myself. So if there's a few reasons why I've been making you a friend.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is I need help with Victor. The other ones are slightly more embarrassing.
I mean, you don't have to tell me everything. It's okay.
Then I will hold on to some of my dignity. I'm not even reading what...
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
So,
I mean, there's some backseat role players right there.
yeah, no.
Well, apparently we need help with the Victor situation, so...
I can help with information that you can't get. And if that's something you want to pass on to them, you can.
I would definitely will.
Because I know they don't trust me.
They will. eventually. I think.
Well, your tiefling friend has already, but
Has already
she's
what?
not- she's already made a few things clear. But unfortunately, I'm related to something far more scary than her.
I'll talk to them.
Just know it's a genuine offer. So
I believe you.
you might be the only one, but that's fine. Boy, this wine is good.
It sure is. Awkward sipping of wine, looking around the room.
If that's all, we can, you guys can finish your wine and depart home, or you can keep talking.
I'm fine finishing up unless you have something else.
Yeah?
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying no.
Okay. Well, in that case, you both go your separate ways. I don't know if you were actually going to walk her back to her house or not, to the manor or not.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say that on the way, the only thing that happens is a kid runs by and bumps into Jeslyn.
I immediately checked my bag.
Your bag is fine. Do you have any pockets on you?
I mean, sure. I don't know.
Well, basically, you just find a note that will say, "We should talk," and it has a address and a time tomorrow.
Oh.
But that's it. You can go home, and we can call it there for the evening.
Can I look back and see if I can get a look at the person who bumped me?
Oh, he is pretty fast. You just see a kid running. You only see his back.
Does it look like nice handwriting or like a child's handwriting, or can I get any kind of?
I mean, it's decently written. It's not like written in crayon. It's all you know is it was a young boy. He's probably a little under your height, but
Okay.
Okay, in that case, we will go ahead and call it here. So I want to thank everybody who was joining us for watching this. We'll be back next week, and then I swear we're going to start doing every 2 weeks, unless we just keep wanting to get together like this because we have nothing better to do. We'll play it by ear.
So we are back next week.
Yes, we will be playing next week.
Okay.
All right.
Yay!